City. As the wheel of the heavens turns overhead, different cosmological entities bear their gaze down on the city. A city free of fate now. It seems like, for whatever reason, J City is a nexus, an inevitable point in which strange occurrences seem to rotate. The world itself twitches to allow J City to exist in this space, as if some benevolent creature looking down decided that this place in particular should be spared the absolute enchaining power of fate. A wide variety of different occurrences have happened as of late. A few mysteries following a grand explosion in one of the districts. For example, one of these incidents involves this tree over here. Overlooking a graveyard, it spread its roots throughout, absorbing the grief, the tears of those interred within. It watched and it sat as people performed picnic after picnic, setting up within the graveyard and making sure to clean up after themselves most of the time. Those few times that they forgot, the tree, however, did not. Malice began to pour through its roots, and it begs a certain question. Can an unthinking thing, what is functionally a nervous system, can those nerves meant to carry signals instead carry hatred, malice, regret? It was this tree's fate to one day be turned into some sort of a coffee table, a particularly angry coffee table. But as fate itself were severed, the tree itself began to shift its own destiny, putting out feelers throughout the city. A small droplet, a bouquet falling from its branches, spread out, possessing a new power. Not something in the same vein as a stand, but something far, far more insidious. And speaking of strangeness within the city, there exists a road that cuts a clean line through J City. A highway. This highway is something of an oddity because unlike the rest of this city, this highway is not owned by any of the mega corporations. This is technically owned by the city. This one singular line working as a divisor between what is bought up and sectioned out by different corporations. This one remaining highway that runs by a certain burned down diner, I guess you could say is a remnant of what used to be J City. It's the only remnant of public property. And it's the only place that still maintains an active police force. This singular highway has dedicated to itself its own police department. And one person finds himself pulled in by this very same department for questioning for crimes against the highway. Let me grab this. Peter.
Yes?
You're in the single most rundown, underfunded police station you've seen in your life. Mostly, the city's run by private security firms. They can put up something far better than a shabby little office like this. But you came in, you sat down at the repurposed lunch table, and you awaited questioning.
Mm-hmm. Peter is sitting down, probably clothed in this moment, in the most uncomfortable, but most powerful position at the table, which is the middle, right in front of the bar.
Yeah. See, the lunch table actually defines, to a certain extent, one's willingness, their ability to exude authority on the rest of it. Now, you could pull up an additional chair at the head or foot of the table to more or less bring a throne to the area, to cast your gaze across all those who live there. But truly, it is the person who sits in the middle of the table, legs straddled across the bar, that exudes true power.
Much like Jesus Christ in the Last Supper.
Oh my fucking god.
The door cracks open, and the person, this isn't the person who actually asked you here. This one appears to be a senior, an older detective. He moves in a little bit, sort of closes the door behind him, takes a step in, looks at you for a second, and then sits down slightly to the right.
I have assertive dominance.
He looks across at you. So, I don't want to waste too much of your time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll start with the Brando residence. He looks down and slides a picture across. Do you know anything about this? There appears to be a large amount of glass scattered across the ground. There's no sign of a body or anything like that. No Deviano, no Betty, but yes, scattered across that highway, the same highway that this man has jurisdiction over, appears to be a large amount of waste material. This is what you've been dragged in here for.
No, I don't know what this is about or anything about it. Though, what do you think I have to do with it?
He actually sort of like takes off his hat, puts it down. We have reason to believe that you were involved in the incident that caused all of this, He almost seems agitated to say this, like he can't bring up the fact that obviously a window was broken open like many stories up. He has to refer to it, of course, by what he has jurisdiction over this littering incident. He leans in. We have no official reason to believe you were there at the building on the day of course. But he sort of like grits his teeth for a second, swallows, and then slides another picture across. Do you know this woman? It's a picture of Betty.
Oh, she looks similar to people I know, but I'm not fully sure if I recognize this one.
Right. He kind of cracks his chin, sits back for a second. Okay. What do you know about the disappearance of CEO Mary Magdalene?
Peter has been pretty calm, pretty composed through it, but for a second, you see his smile fade quickly and his eye twitch before the smile comes back. Honestly, that's the thing that interests me the most, because I have no fucking clue. You know, Mary and I are pretty close, pretty tight, but I don't think it's really in her character to disappear without telling me anything. And frankly, she didn't tell me anything, so I think there's something a little bit more going on about this situation.
Well, we're in agreement on that. He says, looking across at you, and then back over to the two-way mirror. Or one-way mirror. It's a two-way mirror. It's completely useless.
It's glass.
Otherwise called a window. The thing that you littered my goddamn highway with. He like sort of looks over there and then looks back to you. If it's all right, I'd like to give you the number of this police station, please. If you find out anything else on your own investigation, give us a call. Let us know, okay? He looks back over to the window as if trying to communicate something to someone in there.
Oh, but I think there's something I want to do first.
He turns and looks over at you.
Peter stands up, jankily moving his legs to remove himself from the middle seat. And
truly the downside of asserting dominance.
So Deviano disappeared as well, right?
He looks over to you. Yeah. From what he sort of sighs and like turns to the side and like flips his legs around. To tell you the truth, I don't have a warrant for that building. We can't go anywhere outside the highway without a warrant, so
yeah.
The most we know is related directly to what we hear on the news, just the same as you.
Oh, yeah. Yep, the news. Very reliable source. Extremely reliable. So, hmm, Deviano has been acting a little suspicious recently.
He he kind of like side eyes you. Oh, how so?
Well, you see, the man has always seemed like a dog fighting for survival. But,
You say dog, and this guy's like eyes light up for a second and then go static.
mhm. But last time I spoke to him, he kind of seemed like he'd given up. You see, injuries, all these other such. His company, I'm not sure how well it was doing, but he was. Last time I talked to him, he just seemed so weak.
Weak, huh?
Yeah, very desperate, but
I'll admit,
he-
I did see the press release. He was wheelchair bound, correct?
yeah, unfortunate, really. He's always been such a fighter, but the last time I spoke to him, I think he just gave up, detective. Honestly, I don't even think it was foul play. I think it was simply his time to go.
The detective stops and thinks. He looks over at you and then seems to turn it over in his head a few times. I guess so. If that's your read on the case, I'll
Though,
take that.
that is just a bunch of speculation. There's no reasonable suspicion or probable cause, so it's about as grounded as you bringing me in here.
he kind of bites the side of his cheek. I guess so. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you for your time. It's been very enlightening. Thank you for being the person to inform me of such bad news about my friend disappearing.
She looks over at you and blinks a few times. You didn't know. You really didn't know?
I've been busy.
Well, my condolences, I guess.
Uh, you know, it's like that. No bodies were found, so cockroaches be cockroaches. You know? Though I wouldn't be surprised if some homeless person found his body on your street and then decided to just, pick it up, scavenge it, and leave.
Well, if they went somewhere outside the street, obviously I'd need a warrant. He
Yeah,
sort of exhales.
yeah. Before I go, you guys wouldn't have a souvenir shop. An antique like this place really needs one.
He gets another God expression. No, I'm afraid we don't. Please just hold us fondly in your memories.
Oh, will do, will do. What's your name again?
He picks the hat back up and squishes his back on his head. The name's Daryl Hall.
Daryl Hall, shoe size 11. I'll remember it.
What?
So, no more need for me being here? Your friends on the other side of the glass satisfied, or?
Yeah, you can go, you can go. He waves you off.
Peter waves at the glass, winks, and, I'll be seeing myself out. Unless you want to, seem cool for other people outside.
He shakes his head. I don't want to deal with the damn paparazzi.
Alright. More fun for me then. Later.
Oh my god, Peter, you walk out and you exit this tiny dingy police station to the hiss and pop of multiple cameras. You exit and this is probably the most business this police station has gotten in a long time. Oh, I'll just sits in the room for a second. God damn it. That's why I said this wouldn't lead anywhere. You can't exactly submit evidence you got from a stand now, could you? something starts to mist out from beneath the glass, and it touches down immediately to his right. It moves into the room and looks at him almost with a parroting gesture. Yeah, I know. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, but it's not. Come on, stop. He like waves it off. It's not like we can do much about this anyway. He stands up. I got a guy I could call. Works on the outside. Different from us, he says, turning and looking over at the stand. The eyes tilt quizzically, the entire body moving like a mime. He takes a step forward and pulls out his phone. And then he hits a specific name in here. I just hope he hasn't gone dark again. Come on, Al, old buddy. Help a guy out. He walks outside. And with that, I want to ask you all some questions.
Ooh, 20 questions.
Yes.
Right.
So, it's been a few days.
Mm.
What have you all been up to? Have you been lying low or going out?
Well, you know, Bono's not on the wanted list, so he would go
Oh.
out for groceries sometime.
Are you guys just going out for groceries?
Well, what day of the week is it?
It's been let's say you went to the spa on a Tuesday night, and it's now like Thursday.
Ooh.
Well, I can't use my phone.
You can't use your phone.
Nope.
I can't use my computer.
No.
I can't play Monster Hunter for the Nintendo Switch.
Available now.
2022.
Please buy it. Trademark. Not sponsored.
So I assume I've just been staring at a wall for at least the past 4 days.
Al has been lying low.
Yes.
He has gone back to his office a few times to pick some things up, because he is not a wanted man. However, Mary did see his face,
Yeah.
and he may be not a wanted man, but he is now a dead man, and dead men don't walk around.
Yeah, fair.
So if Al has been going out, but mostly at night,
Yes.
due to the cover the night provides, and because of the fact that his stand reach is greatly extended when it's dark outside,
Yes.
so he can like mostly avoid people by using his stand to sense people around. So yeah.
Excellent.
I do have a question, actually. You mentioned the news report. Does that mean that we would have found out about Deviano's disappearance?
Yes. If so, here becomes the question. You've been going out for groceries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, have you been, like, if you've been keeping any sort of an eye on the news, yeah, you'd know that Deviano Brando has disappeared, actually. Vanished. Up into thin air.
Hmm.
No.
Well, that's, but should I be relaying? I'm gonna go home and tell everybody that my boss is gone.
Yes. So, Bono, I wanna know what your thought process is on hearing that.
I think Bono just walks out of the grocery store without paying. Like, he doesn't take the groceries, he just leaves them on the thing and walks out of the store.
Okay. So we'll pick up on that note.
That would be how he would do that.
Are we gonna tell anybody where he's going, or is he just gonna go?
No, he would totally go and inform everyone else, because
Yeah.
he's not sure. Bono's not sure how to process friends dying the same way the rest of everyone is.
We'll deal with I think dealing with the shell-shocked Bono is a thing we should focus in on.
Okay.
Al, if someone wanted to contact you while you were lying low, how would they go about that?
Well, Al does have a personal device that is a flip phone from very, very long ago. It stays on for precisely 2 minutes every week. If someone needs to contact Al, they have 2 minutes. Once a
Okay.
And after the call is done, that phone ship is going into the river.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So in that case, you would have received a call. You would have received a good call from actually one of your older contacts. This person, Al, is someone who's worked with you a few times in the past, actually. One Detective Hall.
Daryl
you-
Hall.
Yes. Yeah, no, Detective Hall is in a rather unique position of being one of the few actual police officers left in the city. But whenever anything falls into an area that he can't get into because he doesn't have a warrant, aka the entire city, he sort of has to reach out and use other people as his eyes and ears. So you're used to this song and dance at this point. Yeah, you get the call, and instead of discussing any sort of material over the phone, he just asks to meet you in the usual spot.
We lost Unger.
We
Ah.
lost Unger.
I see.
Now we have
There we go. Hey, welcome back, buddy.
Also, for some reason, my roll 20 borked up, so
Oh,
It's-
interesting.
it's back now. But I need
Okay.
I need the
curse.
sound to go back.
Okay, I can redo it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. For some reason, my Discord just went.
Yeah, so on your flip phone, you do actually hear a like you're basically asked to quickly summarize again. You're asked to go meet him in the usual spot.
Mhm.
Because his job basically is Detective Hall can't really operate in the city itself. He doesn't have a warrant for that area. Now that doesn't stop his partner from getting into shit sometimes, but in your case at the very least, if he needs anything done in the city, he needs other people's eyes and ears. He can't do it himself. It's not like his police badge is actively something that's holding him back. So, you're used to acquiring information for this person. Just a
Mhm.
good old-fashioned contact. So he's asked you to meet him somewhere.
And there I shall go.
Excellent. Okay. But so I'll cut Al out of this
Yeah.
scene, and everyone else, are you just chilling back at the place?
I feel like Johan's just gonna kind of do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
He's probably going to like try to interact with Presley and Mina as much as possible, just to give them a little something else to focus on other than despair. He'll also.
But there's nothing else.
Oh, you eat your Gogurt. Come on.
Presley's
we're
been
a
watching a lot
bummer.
of French films recently.
So
Yes. Okay. So
And he's also probably going to see if there's any way to like get in touch with Rain,
okay.
or at least think of ways to begin getting in touch.
That seems like a reasonable point to like. You got some plot stuff to discuss. I'll just drop you on the map, and you've got a shell shocked Bono here too. I mean,
Are we
let me
using
fi-
the shell shock plug right out the gate this time?
I mean, ultimately, it's up to you.
Yes.
Jay, restart the music for Burn.
Oh, here, I'll try it again.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Also, I was trying to say, I don't think Chuckle's here right now.
Okay. I will remove Chuckle. Doink. Let me go over to here, and I've got to make sure I've got an updated Johan. There we go.
I hate that I don't know which one you're talking about.
The pink one. The pink one.
Mhm.
Joe would just be by Izzy's side.
Okay.
If he needs to go get some groceries or whatever, he'll do it, but he'll come back immediately.
For
Yeah,
the
you
most
can walk
part,
in.
yeah.
You can walk in the sun now.
Yeah. It's
It's
good.
gonna be nice. I am going to drop you all on a map really quick, and I'm going to hunt down an updated Johan. He will exit the bathroom when I find him.
Okay.
Grab
By
these two.
updated, which one do you mean?
The new ponytail Johan. I've got to find him on another map.
Okay.
Okay. So I believe it is these folks here on the radio station right now.
You should be able to just drag it out from his demon dark whatever the hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one. Yeah,
That
there
one.
we go.
That's
Nice.
the one. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you're all here having a rough one right now. The vibe atrocious.
Mm.
Yeah, so you've been sitting here for a while. Bono came back kind of silently.
He's just been sitting in the corner there, contemplating his next course of action.
Johan kind of taps the table, looks between Yo and Izzy. What are they doing right now?
That's a good
yeah.
question. They're probably
Are they
talking
just-
about some nonsense.
Okay, Johan's gonna kind of just be like, get up, slowly make his way over, look over at Presley. What's she up to right now?
Presley staring at a wall.
You hanging in there all right, kiddo?
Oh, that's one way to think about it.
You want to talk about it, or you still need some more time to get it into words?
There's an Among Us on my table.
Is that what that's called? What?
Yeah, you remember that too, right?
It's a retro game.
Grandpa, not everyone has been alive for 300 years.
Not quite 300, but okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, so what, 250?
About that. Ish.
Oh, shit, I was right. How about you, Gran? Same?
Yeah, about that.
Alright. Is this Joe among us? Or is this
Yeah, this
Hugh
is the main
among us?
character.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's Hugh among us. I think I've heard of him before.
It's Hugh Among Us.
Yeah, oh, is it Hugh A among us?
Hugh Among Us, yes.
Okay.
The main character of the Among Us franchise.
What is his Oh God, Chuckles leans forward. What's his motivation?
What do you mean, motivation?
I mean, does he have a demon fox sealed inside of him, or?
I mean, yeah, everybody does.
Not everything is Naruto, kid. I wish
Who's
it
Naruto?
was. Oh,
Is that
God.
Garuto's great grandfather?
Oh, God.
No, I think you're thinking of Naruto's great niece. He kind of chuckles. Seriously, Presley, you gonna be all right?
Yeah, I've been through worse, I guess.
Alright, well, if you want to get some sparring in, let me know, okay?
Like, physically?
Yeah, what? You can throw a punch.
No, I can't.
What? Plus, you're kind of a... Well, I mean, I've showed you how to punch before. Plus, you're kind of a terrorist. You're gonna need to at least know how to throw a punch.
I'm kind of totally a terrorist.
Oh, yeah, no, you're totally a terrorist. In terms
A
of
world-
terrorists...
a world-renowned terrorist wanted by the government,
Yeah,
which is why I can't see my parents.
the world government.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep on drawing humongous.
Alright, well, I'll leave you to Hugh Among Us, and if you want to talk, we're here.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I need to punch something, I guess.
Yeah, no. He kind of shrugs, sighs, and slunks on over, leans over at Bono. So, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the vibes in here are atrocious. And
What do you mean?
You... Well, I mean, I'm
He,
just
he,
like...
he literally he does that and then goes right back.
Johan's not sure what concerns him more, the fact that he can just turn that off and on, or the fact that he came back. He kind of shrugs, like, you seem like something the cat dragged in, threw up, ate, and dragged back in.
You know,
You
you don't have
okay?
to keep insulting me. I know you already have my name, but
No,
like,
no. Look. We could do a
Look,
joint. We could do a
I-
joint custody thing. You could get the name on weekends, and
it doesn't matter right now.
what's going on, Bono?
Something's wrong. Deviano's gone missing.
What? He kind of stops at that. What?
Deviano's gone missing. Gone. Gone. The news was reporting about it when I was getting groceries. Oh shit, the groceries!
Wait, you didn't
The
get
poor
groceries?
worker had to restock them. No. Bono hits his head on the table.
Wait, what do you mean he? No. No. He can't be gone.
Yeah, well,
If he
he
is,
is.
I mean, it's got to be by design, right?
I guess, maybe, but I know a lot of the plans he had in motion. This doesn't hold up to anything. Anything.
Well,
Look,
mean,
I don't. There's something off here. And I'm concerned, and I don't know how to check on this, because I don't have a phone anymore. I know Okay.
just take your time.
This is Hunger City all over again. Bono looks like at his hands.
What happened in Hunger City?
Not important right now. I'm gonna go. I need to go.
Do you need? We can come with you if you need it.
Yeah, do you need
Yeah,
help,
grab-
kid?
The only way that we can figure out what's going on is if we go to his apartment. He's gonna kill me if I take you there without disguises. So if you want to come along, yeah, definitely. But I need to go and see what's up.
Well, considering that the worst case scenario is he's dead already, that doesn't seem like we have anything really to worry about.
Bono looks at his
Johan
hands again.
catches himself. Right. Let's not think about that right now.
Yeah, you might want to dial that back a little bit, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Granddad. Look, you've worked at Deviano longer. You've known Deviano longer than any of us. Like, what would he have at his apartment? Like, that would give us a lead.
He'd have a lot of things, really. I know there's something there. There's got to be something there. There's got to be something there, okay?
All right, then then whatever it is, we'll find it. He taps the table, and I'm sure he looks over his shoulder at Presley. He's got some tech there that we could use too.
Yeah, probably. He's probably got something. Maybe.
Be it sitting around here and feeling sorry for ourselves.
Okay. He's gonna Bono then goes and rifles through the trash. All right, here are your cows.
You look at Johan. He was beginning to move his eye patch from one eye to the other, kind of as a makeshift disguise, and he sees what you're holding, like handing him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, no, this is a better idea." And just kind of sheepishly puts the shawl over his head.
oh boy. You shawl up. Let me make sure you controlled. Okay,
Yes,
Vern,
thank
you
you.
should be able to move him.
Sorry.
Okay, excellent. You guys, yeah, keep going.
Do you want both of us to go or just me?
I don't. It doesn't matter. I just need other people on this because I'm not very clever. Somebody will figure it out. If it's not me, people, you know. Deviano is audibly on the verge of tears.
We'll help. It's okay. We'll get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all set out. And you're heading over to Deviano's apartment. Hey, Chuckle.
Yeah.
Let's go over to you. You're walking around with someone, looking for something.
Oh,
hang it
there we
over.
are.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, fuck, not this map. I made this map. I hate it. It's 3 years old. How dare you?
Yeah, look at it. It's truly ancient. Denny's sort of running alongside you. So, where are we headed?
Well, you see, we're currently we're going to be looking for a mysterious alleyway.
Oh, a mysterious alleyway. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, there should be like he keeps walking, like a big pile of junk at the end of it or something.
Oh, right, okay. Bono's like, Bono, God. Denny's like looking around, and this'll help you. This'll help you find what you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm assuming so.
He looks around. Is it okay if I talk about what we saw the other night with you? It's kind of scaring the crap out of me a little bit.
Chuckle takes a quick glance around the street, doesn't see anyone, goes, sure, why not? Should be fine.
What was that? Like, what do you think that was?
He thinks, looks around, starts crossing the street. Well, if I were to guess, that would be some sort of crazy supernatural entity that, I'll be honest, I'm not even ready to begin understanding. But you know what? I'll be real, I'm a follower.
Danny looks around himself. Yeah, it feels like you're leading right now, though.
You know what? He gave me something to do, and I'm gonna do it. 'Cause I'll be honest, I hate it back there at the radio station.
How do you think I can help Presley? Like, I've got no clue. I try to say things, and I say things that I think would make her laugh, and then she makes a noise that sounds like a laugh, but it's like she's reading it off a script.
Yeah, you see, so here's the thing. I think Presley right now, physically, as much as possible, continues walking so they don't get the potential of getting hit by a fucking car.
Of course.
I think Presley right now, as much as possible, honestly, kind of wants to wallow in her own shame and sadness, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh. Yeah, I can get that.
Chuckle kind of I'm assuming Danny's actually a fair bit shorter than him, right?
Yeah, he is.
Chuckle kind of crouches down a little and goes, but here's the thing though. I'll be honest. I am at a weird point right now with Presley where I don't think that right now me saying anything will be of use to her. Right now what I think she needs more than anything else is a check in the head to let her know that she is not this is gonna sound really mean.
No.
But she needs a check in the head to make her feel useful.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. It's just, how do you do that for someone as as someone who's your friend or whatever?
You know, sometimes it's time to put on the big boy pants and then do a little something called big talk.
Well, you wanna, if I do big talk, can you back me up?
Yeah, sure, I can be a hype man.
You go down, and it takes a little bit, but you actually do eventually find your way all the way back to a map where the grid it's so old the grid is still enabled.
What? What the fuck?
You come in. I'm leaving it because it's a fucking memoriam to the past. Yeah,
Oh,
you come into.
Sorry, I saw a bullet on a butterfly's wings for a second there.
Yeah, listen, it's hiding. Shush. You come into this old side of town, and like it's God, it's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, Chuckle looks down at the low resolution stones beneath his feet that don't even match up properly, and he stops right here. Actually,
Yeah.
he goes, "Yeah, this is the spot right here." He goes, "See, this is the place where last I checked, I'm pretty sure." He looks around that we were being stalked by a stand.
Oh. Huh. Okay. And you're trying to find that stand?
Yeah.
Hmm. He
So,
he starts to peek around a little bit. And you start to look through the area. It's how do you track it? How do you track a stand? He says, turning back around.
Chuckle looks around a bit and kind of thinks to himself, well, the problem is right now is that neither of us are currently stand users, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
And
so even if it was here, we wouldn't know.
yeah, and that's kind of a big problem. And unfortunately, the only way to activate your stand is we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm not I don't really want to do that one.
So, he takes another step forward, and he actually kind of like runs his hand along the side of this fence until he reaches the end of it, and then looks down a little bit at the nightmarish junk pile where hell happened that one time, and he looks back at Danny. I think that we can actually use a little something that we got on the train.
Oh, what's that?
He says, well, how about we just give it a shot and see what happens.
Oh boy.
Chuckle reaches out his hand and knocks on the side of the fence, and then holds his ear out.
You start to knock on the side of the fence, and you're trying to listen in this you're trying to reach out to somewhere else, and you're trying to contact someone, and oh boy, you you certainly feel something almost immediately. As you reach out and wring your hands along the fence, it bounces, rebounding off of every side of the alleyway. This noise spreading throughout, Danny looking up and around, and this ringing spreads and spreads and spreads. And then all at once it ceases. And Chuckle, you hear something significantly more clearly. There's a phone ringing. There's a phone ringing in that pile of junk.
Interesting. Chuckle backwards walks along the fence, running his hand along it.
Danny sees what you're doing and then actually just follows your steps exactly. He's fucking freaked out about this. And yeah, you make it to that point and the phone ringing gets louder and louder.
So you said it's coming from directly in the center of the boxes?
It's coming from the center of the boxes, buried in there somewhere.
Yeah. Chuckle takes another leap over and then goes, you know, Danny, there actually used to be a kid hanging out in this box fort.
Oh, really? What happened to the kid?
I don't know. An eclipse happened, never saw him again. There was a dog here, too.
You know, I spent 10 years as a ghost, but I can't really handle ghost stories.
The dog was probably fine. We got it back to its owner. That was actually why we were here. Chuckle starts sideways climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, you climb up and you get this feeling. You get this feeling that you absolutely can't look back. And you start to dig your way through the box fort.
Yeah. Chuckle goes up here to where look at this mysterious rope, Danny. I wonder why they have this here.
Danny's like, hold on, I can't see the rope. Thump, hits his lower back, turns around, sees it. Oh! Danny turns completely pale as you dig through, and You dig and you dig and you dig. Chuckle, do me a favor. Give me a brains roll. Oh, wait, no, this is bravery. What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh man, my bravery sucked. Oh, actually, my bravery's a little better than I thought
Oh,
it was.
okay. So as you dig through and you're searching out whatever the fuck this item is, like it's the ringing starts to resound a little too hollowly, and you stop thinking for a second. You just reach out, you grab the item, and you press it to your ear. And what touches your ear actually isn't a phone at all. It just impacts your earlobe. And what is the sensation? It's so... What the hell? Danny's eyes sort of trace over sideways, getting a sidelong view of you. Chuckle, you appear to be speaking into what appears to be a plastic toy horse. Like, little wooden bits adorn its top and bottom. You press it into your ear, and you speak into it as if it were a phone.
Hello? Anyone there?
The voice...
You know it's rude to ring out on someone. Minutes are expensive.
The voice crackles and breaks along the other side. You feel like you're speaking to who you want to. What information do you want from this person?
Chuckle, like holds his hand up to his mouth, to like kind of like focus his voice into the receiver, and he says, he says, "Do you know who the Smoky Man was?"
Oh boy. The phone in your hand, the receiver, the connection getting a little strained, pops and crackles, and a voice whispers out from the other side. And yes, you are now provided information about the Smoky Man. Drop your bizarre field by 1, Chuckle.
You got it.
And I'm going to cut away from you for now. Next up... Fucking fantastic. Oh boy. We're gonna go over to let's check in on Al.
That's me.
Al. You hate coming back here. Well, actually, no. I don't know your opinion on coming back here. You hate getting called out here, I guess is the best way to put it.
Al, with a cigarette on his mouth, starts walking up, takes note of the somewhat familiar someone there. Did she call? No, it couldn't have been her. Don't think stupid things, Al. Walks over to these 4 graves.
Yeah.
You've always hated when I smoked in the lab. He puts his cigarette out. Renwick, Kenzie, Elliot, Charlotte. I won't be coming around here for a long time. No. Right now, I'm not so different from you guys. A dead man. The only difference is that I'm walking. But who knows? Maybe soon enough, I won't. He starts walking around, Yen tending to a grave.
Yep.
We'll get to her.
Yep. Fair. She's not going anywhere. You can tell that much, unfortunately.
Al looks at the moon, then looks at the man, then looks at the ground. Shadows worming and frankly disturbingly waving throughout the cemetery. His stand recedes back to under his cloak. Under his coat, not a cloak. Al is wearing a cloak.
Al is wearing a cloak for extra protection.
It's been a while.
You walk up behind past your friend, and he quietly nods. He's looking down at a gravestone of his own. There's a funny story about this grave. It's well, a lot of people would find this to be a funny story. This has a Thomas Hall listed on the gravestone. You, Al, actually know this. This is the detective's dog. He's buried here. He was his partner for years. Everyone gave him shit for getting an actual grave for his dog. You are the one person who didn't. That's why you have any amount of solidarity. He looks back down at the grave and like looks up and over at you, Al.
Yeah, lights a cigarette.
He takes a step forward and actually offers to light for you.
Thanks. Al leans forward a little bit to help him out. Help him light the cigarette.
Yeah, he like braces it against the wind, gives you the light. Thanks for agreeing to meet me, especially when you're...
Dad,
he he motions with his hand. So that's what's going on now. That's rough. Is this the first or second time that I've had to pretend to be a dead man?
Second.
he sort of motions with his head up this way.
Al mumbles, on the first time I didn't actually die.
He motions with his head up this way, sort of leading you away from the grave so you can have a more private conversation.
How's the station?
Same as it ever was. I've got a new partner who's constantly getting me into shit, but like, otherwise, I'm just as useless
Miserable.
as always. It's good to see you again. He like claps you on the shoulder.
Ow.
I can see you haven't been working out.
You know, if I try to lift a dumbbell, my arm will fall off.
Yeah, you're actually sort of the same type as my partner. He says, taking another step forward, and he just sits down under this tree. And you look out over J City, this graveyard being actually something. This is a nice place in the middle of the built-up corporate area. This section of the city is perfectly nice. And you take a look at the road on the far side, the same road that Detective Hall is sworn to watch over.
Al takes a deep breath, looks at the moon, and suddenly from under him, a shadow spreads for around 500 meters. He waits a second with his eye closed, trying to just see if there's any undesirable person eavesdropping.
Yeah. Okay. In this case, give me a stand roll. I'm not sure what you'd what stat you would use best in this case. I'll leave it to your own discretion.
Okay, I'll use range.
That makes sense. Okay, in this case, okay. This would be.
This fucking tree is eavesdropping.
So you managed to pick up absolutely. It would roll uncontested, but you managed to pick up every single normal ass person wandering around this place. Like, you haven't entirely eliminated the fact that someone like on a building top somewhere could be watching through night vision goggles or something. But hey, the cigarette's actually pretty useful for masking your lip movements. So for the most part, you're actually feeling 100% confident in your security at this point.
Ear of the cat coalesces into a single point again and vanishes.
Just like that disappears. He looks over at your stand. Scares the shit out of me still.
Yeah. Same, honestly. It's not easy. It takes a toll on me to use it, not gonna lie. But it's really useful. Al stretches. Oh, no, that's the muscle. Can you help me out here? Pull me forwards.
He gives you a yank and like helps you right your back.
Yep, that's it. Haven't stretched in 5 years.
Yeah, I've got some questions actually about where you've been and what you've been up to, but
Drunk, smoking, and wasted.
Yeah, I was about to say I could borderline smell that on you, but mostly nothing really gets past the cigarettes.
Yeah. If anything, they keep me sane enough. The stand surely won't.
He sits down. Like, he sits down and kind of like reaches into his coat pocket. So, I don't actually know very much about the business that you're up to currently. That's more my partner's forte. But I do know you're the best damn private detective in town.
Not gonna confirm or deny that.
We've run into a problem, actually. He hands the folder over to you.
Al takes the folder, expertly flipping through it and getting to the part that actually matters.
Yeah,
He's done
so
this
there
thousands of times.
yeah, there are the nominal shots taken from street cams, etc., that show like the littering around Deviano Brando's apartment, and then there are some stranger pictures, actual like police-like recreations of a scene. Actually, two different scenes. You see first and foremost a recreation of Ruth and Mary entering a certain cafe that went supernova minutes later. You see also, you see the shattered, oh wait, hold on, let me think. No. Yeah, you see Ruth and Mary clearly entering a cafe. On the other hand, however, there are only pictures of the area around the Brando apartment. He sort of
Copyright.
Yes, of course. He folds his hands again. The problem that I'm running into now is, of course, I don't have a warrant. I can't get into anywhere, but I know something's up. My partner's got a hell of a stand, one that's capable of getting in damn near anywhere. He looks over to you, Al.
Plagiarism.
No, it's less a
Eldritch Abomination.
yeah, that. It more just it sticks to one target and it can really hunt him out. It jumped from person to person and was keeping an eye actually on the CEO of JamiroCorp. He shakes his head. Problem with that is she goes into that building and, well, the entire thing, he snaps his fingers, burnt down in an instant, and she's gone. The lady who walked in there is gone as well.
Say.
Yeah.
Do you know the melting temperature of metal?
He blinks a few times. Off the top of my head, no.
Al looks at the sky. Melting temperature.
Angra, I respect you so much.
Wonderful.
Aluminum melts at 660 Celsius, 1220 Fahrenheit. Copper melts at 1084 Celsius, 1983 Fahrenheit. Iron, rough, melts at 1482 to 1593 Celsius. And 2700, 2900 Fahrenheit. What is your estimate as to how hot was that supernova that happened inside?
Not that hot. He shakes his head. Not that damn hot. The strangest part about that is, it's not like it just burned down. It's like the building aged overnight. Like, you walk into that place now and it looks like it's been that way for like 10, 20, 30 years. Decay has already set in. There's a flower field in its place. That
Flower
metal,
field, yeah.
it's like it was robbed of all of its strength.
Time freezes.
Ooh. Excellent.
The scene goes black and white. A memory. In fact, multiple layers of memory. Ruth sitting seemingly alone in a restaurant, flowers on the table, illusions on her mind. Across from her, in the shadows, a lone detective, his stand, crawling around the restaurant, stealing memories, haunting dreams. He knows who did it. He knows exactly who did it, what happened, how it happened, and the plans she used. This plan has been on her mind for a while. And that's why Al was able to grasp that information.
You clever bastard! And just like that,
You know,
time unfreezes.
did I ever tell you the CEO of JamiroCorp is a fucking robot?
Holy shit!
Just cigarette drops from his mouth. Excuse me.
Yep. I've seen it. All the evidence is there.
He sits back down. Holy shit! What am I digging
Yep.
myself into?
Yep. 4 exact seconds between every blink.
He rubs his temples and is like, "What in the fuck?"
You want to know the fun part?
What's that?
It was her that exploded the district.
He opens his palms and then closes them and then. Yeah, you beat me to the punch on that one. I blew up a section of my highway. I was gonna try to
Mm-hmm.
negotiate it around straight to the point. It was fucking her, God. He puts his head down.
Oh, you shouldn't talk about this with anyone because they will
course.
kill you.
He actually looks over at you. Who
One
gives a
told me.
shit about me?
Well, I do a little bit.
he
Anyway.
gets a half smile and then lights up another cigarette and puts it back in his mouth.
Anyways,
Christ.
I don't think either of the people who walked in the bar are dead.
Hmm.
I think a fight went down. Scene reconstruction. Visual calculus skill from Disco Elysium playing out in front of everyone.
So what's your read on the scene then?
Well, there was a fire. Here's the thing. Ruth, he points to the girl with black hair in the picture reconstruction. That's her name. I've looked into her memories once before. Pretty messed up, but let's not talk about that. Her stand allows her to control plants to some extent. And if we keep in mind that the fire happened, and let me reformulate the wording. No plant could have survived an inferno.
Yeah.
So the fact that there are plants in the lot after it burnt down means she survived the conflict. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to grow the plants.
Damn clever.
And I also don't think Mary is dead. I don't have solid evidence of this. But first of all, she's a robot.
Yeah.
Robots have artificial intelligence. Illegal in most countries of the world. But you and I, we're old. We remember how it was. The crisis, the multiple cloud uploads that had to have the entire internet shut down for 6 weeks.
Goddamn nightmare.
Yeah. Machines don't die easy. She probably had a backup.
He-
I may just be paranoid because she was one of the responsible people for ruining my life. And I would like to believe she's still around so I can erase her from existence myself. But she is currently lying low. If she's still alive, that is. I'm assuming she's still alive. She's currently lying low. She probably won't show up anytime soon because Al starts to think, because why wouldn't she show up? Why wouldn't she show up and tell the media everything that happened?
Oh, actually,
Al thinks back.
yeah.
Al thinks back. Archive. Someone from the inside. Internal conflict within JamiroCorp, the Carbon Interface project. She won't tell everyone that she's alive just yet because she doesn't trust everyone in JamiroCorp to be on her side. Think about it. Ruth and Mary were friends. They walked in together, all fine and dandy, and when I looked into her memories, she was quite amicable with Mary, but their relationship turned sour. Ruth, air quotes, betrayed Mary. So right now she's paranoid as to whom she can trust. She won't make a move unless she is totally sure on who's on her side and who's against her. That means I probably have time. I don't know if you want to get involved in this, but that means I probably have time to come up with something. That's my take on this scene.
He looks down. Well, that's that one solved. He claps you on the back again. Nice work, detective. But here's the other thing. And this is actually a little tidbit I picked up earlier today. We actually dragged Mary's right-hand man down to the police station. For some reason, he decided to go along with us. And according to him, he was just as shocked as anyone else to find out that Mary had disappeared. He like once again looks at you dead in the eyes. Okay. How familiar are you with JamiroCorp's Peter?
I've heard the name.
He's a right bastard. He says, standing up and like offers
Someone
you a
who's in
hand.
the media that much cannot be a good person.
He offers
Plus,
you a
he works
hand
for
and starts to like move forward.
Yep.
Now, I'm sure you've heard on the news the situation with Deviano Brando. Now this is just.
I actually haven't.
Oh.
I've been lying low, and by that
Well.
I mean really lying low.
Deviano Brando has apparently disappeared, and
Al and narrows his eyes.
And thanks to a little snooping, thanks to my partner's stand, I have every reason to believe that Peter was involved in one or more ways. Now, he didn't indicate anything when I dragged him in. You can't exactly submit stand testimony as evidence. But at the same time, you said that if Mary's lying low, she's not letting anyone else in on it, right? Peter seems shocked just the same. He looks at you, Al. Like I said, it's a little more than a gut feeling itself, but I think Peter's up to no good just the same as everyone, as Mary. Hell, maybe Ruth.
Here's the thing. Let's take my theory from earlier as fact. We shouldn't do that, but it's our only chance at actually getting somewhere with this. Mary is lying low and trying to discern who is her friend and who is her foe. Why does Peter not know of this already if Mary was sure he was a friend of hers? I think that man is, without a shadow of a doubt, Al stops. He
No.
thinks back to the conversation that happened between him and Danny. Man, Peter was such a tryhard. 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 That man is trying way too hard to appease Mary and make her happy. Deviano was one of Mary's biggest rivals / competitors / thorn on her side. I think Peter ordered a hit on Deviano without Mary's consent.
His eyes sort of like open a little bit. He blinks a few times. Hey, can you do
And
me a favor?
what's up?
Find me proof of that. He says, and he reaches into his pocket and actually throws something to you. It appear to be
Al
keys.
catches it. Huh.
It won't get you
The
into the
apartment, I
Brando
assume?
apartment, but it'll get you into the building.
Good. But where did I stop? Yes. Peter did something without Mary knowing. You know how machines are. They follow a strict line of code. And a slight error in the code throws the thing for a loop until they crash and burn. I'm willing to bet my fucking hat that Deviano suddenly vanishing from the picture threw a big wrench in Mary's script.
Hmm. He's just kind of smiling at you. I love it when you go off and you do your thing.
Peter, by doing this, proves he is very much so emotionally volatile that can be exploited. If you go out on a whim and suddenly murder one of the major CEOs of the city, that doesn't make you a person right in the head.
Deviano had a
think
lot
you
of
can-
enemies.
I think if you ever get him to the station again, you can piss him off enough to the point that he'll start talking things he shouldn't. But I warn you, try not to make him too mad, otherwise it could be the station that explodes next.
He kind of nods at that. If you could find me something, anything I could go off of, anything that pins this on Peter, I'll drag him back. We might even turn some of those paparazzi on us, but he thinks about that more and shakes his head. Crap, what am I getting into?
Hell, that's hell you're walking into. Al tosses a cigarette into the grass. One lights it. Now, do tell me more about the trash in the scene. You know, littering.
He's going to like basically you know what would be the he stops and thinks, I could take you there actually. If the photos don't match up, I can just talk you through it.
Yeah, let's do that. But before we do, I need to talk to someone real quick.
He nods, and then he's gonna give you your fucking space and go up to the entrance.
Stevens jumps from Al's shoulder and runs to Yin and stands atop this gravestone. A black cat in a cemetery at night on top of a gravestone. You can't get much more ominous than that. Except you can when the eyes open within the shadows. Your cat once again retracts to under Al as he approaches.
Yin looks up at the cat, looks over to you. Hey, didn't want to bother you while you were doing whatever you were doing.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit, yeah. She looks back down at the grave and
Let me
sorta
put you at ease
says
right
the
away.
words.
They are dead.
Her expression. Oh boy, you're just Al rolls in with a fucking crowbar on the NPCs. Her expression starts off like genuinely just surprised, I guess. Like, what? They aren't dead? And then it hits her all at once, and she just blinks a few times. They're how do you know? How do you know?
Because I died with them and I came back. You might want to sit down for this one.
She sits down. Do you explain what's happened to you over the last period of time?
Yep.
Everything? Fuck yes.
Yep. So within Deadman's party.
And Presley did that?
Yep.
That's unreal.
More importantly.
Okay though. Okay,
More
that's good.
importantly. Why are you here alone?
She looks back and over at you.
I've checked. No one else is around. No bodyguards, no sten users. Only you, by your lonesome, acting as if you're not a target for the many megacorps your brother managed to piss off.
Yeah, but my brother also taught me well. I know how to lie low, and I was getting.
What do you mean taught you well?
She looks over and shakes her head. I know how to not cause trouble, okay?
If you say so.
I know how to just. She sort of sighs and then looks out and across. Just I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't know what I was supposed to do next. So I came here and she motions over
And
the
to an
gravestone.
empty grave.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a feeling I'm very familiar to. Al looks sadly at the four graves.
Yeah. She looks over to them. Who were they?
My colleagues. You know, before I became a wasted chain-smoking detective, I was a non-wasted chain-smoking scientist. These people were my team, my friends, and Al stops. The best part of my life.
She just goes fucking quiet. Like there's nothing you can really say after that. It's just.
I know it's tough. But once you grow up, the pain turns into a very special feeling. A feeling so special, the English dictionary does not actually have a word for it. Do you know, are you familiar with the word saudade?
She sort of like looks over and like cocks an eyebrow at you.
The word saudade is a Portuguese word. Originates from Portugal, Brazil too. It means the melancholic feel you get once you reminisce about those whom you miss. It's bittersweet. It hurts. But it's not too bad. Once the pain subsides, that will be all that is left. And you will cherish it. Like I do.
She hears that pretty, like, that resounds pretty damn deeply for her. He just shakes her head again, a hood sort of bobbing. Just, I wish I got I wish I got to know him a little bit better, because now I feel like I knew him best in the world, but at the same time there was more that I still could have. She, like, trying to find the words for this is really hard for her. It's that feeling of parting with someone a little too soon.
Take it from a man who lost it all, gained something, lost it again, and now is a dead man walking. Take this from someone whose job is to peer deeply into the minds of people who would commit crimes for themselves, a man who would peer into the minds of those who would commit every single atrocity in the world just to benefit them. Your brother. You knew him best than anyone in the world. Who he was at home was not the killer he was at work.
She
Ever
fidgets
heard
at
the
the mention of
expression,
killer.
leave the work at the door?
She quietly nods. The mention of killer does make her fidget, like, visibly.
Al doesn't care.
No, yeah, no. This is Angra torturing Angra.
Yep. Man, I'm throwing some good punches at myself. Well. I still don't like it. The fact that even though you are capable of not causing trouble, as you said, Ian seizes up. She can't move. Al allows her to move her head a little bit. The entire cemetery is Year of the Cat. The eyes spreading and sprawling and squirming around the floor. You can't do anything against end users. If they want you dead, you will die. You need help. And I, and the other people you know right now, cannot help you.
Her entire face is screwed up, staring at you.
Year of the Cat vanishes once again.
And then she breathes.
However, I think I can help you a little bit. Al takes a piece of paper from under his coat, writes a phone number, a date, and a specific time, 2 minutes, and hands to her.
She takes it, looks at it. It's an old number.
Yeah, for an old phone. Hard to track.
She puts it away.
When you call, I won't pick up. But use this if you are in trouble. Trouble that you alone can't solve. And I'll get you help. I owe your brother one. Big time. The Alchemist. That's why I owe him. The Alchemist.
She looks back down at the number
The
and
cat
you
crawls on Al's back. Yep, there it is. Sorry for creeping you out and putting the fear of God into you right now, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
She like looks at you, looks back at the gravestones, and then actually, like, it's funny. What you expect from her is like to see someone who's just like, I've definitely like learned something here. No, like absolutely a lot of fire returns to her all at once. It's like, no, wait, hold on. she kind of stands up for a second. The cat's claw's still in your back. It's like,
Ow.
this is. Yeah. She motions over to the graves. Like, you just told me something deep and important about yourself. We're literally in front of my brother's grave. What the hell was that crap? She sort of grabs you by the lapels for a second.
Hey.
And like
Let's
here,
not get physical here.
down here, Hull's like, wait, hold on, wait, hold the hell on. Like comes back around. What was that? Okay. And then she stops herself. No, it's the middle of the night. I'm in a graveyard. I'm not going to desecrate my brother's grave or grave of your friends.
You wanna punch me? Is that it?
Yeah, like no, I don't.
I can step outside.
No, I don't.
mind getting hit once.
No. She's like, for a second where you're like, do you want to punch me? Her mind just went, yes. But like, she's immediately backing down. It's like, no, he gave me the number. He's trying to help. Thanks. Seriously, thanks.
Yeah, that was Year of the Cat. That's my ability.
I didn't like it.
Most people don't, and you didn't even get to see the memory erasing part. But let's not get into that.
Memory erasing? What?
Don't worry about it. It's been good talking to you, Yen. See you around, probably. Actually, not.
She just watches you go, and then like she reaches down, and as you go away, she you notice
a rock
something.
at the back of my head.
No, she briefly considers it, then takes the bouquet that she was going to put at Young's grave, puts it down, actually splits a few flowers off, and walks over to the only unadorned grave that Al left behind. Puts a few down there, and then walks back to her position, and just sits down with like a huff. Oh my god. Hall like looks back.
I don't like people who punch. They scare me. They scare me, dude. That girl was about to knock my ass. I was so terrified.
Yeah, it's okay, man. If we get into trouble on the way, I'll just get in the way.
I wanted to show off my cool abilities and all.
You did. I think you did too good a job.
I hope she doesn't get into too much trouble.
I
don't want to have to contact Mr. Valley. It does owe me one, but it's a favor from one of the big wigs, so I don't want to.
You two start to discuss, and you wander away, leaving the graveyard behind. And that's where we'll call our break. Everybody take 5, and then we're gonna pick up.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody,
water.
Everybody but Chuckle is converging at the Deviano apartment.
Okay.
Rad.
Oh, that was Angra. Fucking bravo. Good scene. Good fucking scene. That was so good. I loved the real-time detective deduction, just being like, oh, he's connecting this, that, and the other thing. Because, like, from a GM perspective, I'm like, damn, I want to give Al time to do the detective thing. Angra's like, nah, don't worry, I got this.
I got this.
Oh my
I
God.
will mix deduction with plot knowledge. That's my special power. I'll make it at least believable.
Listen, that was incredibly useful. Fucking good shit too. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
damn.
I really love Yin and Al's interactions of like, look, kid, I don't want you to get hurt. You're about to get hurt, old man.
Oh God. I like them a lot. You gave good direction on Yin too. Like we're like just based on what you sent in the message where I'm like, hey, how do I play this character? I picked up the vibe, and I hope I did an okay job.
You did amazing. You did
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
perfect. Yeah, that's Yin.
That's the
Yin
goal
right
with
there.
all of this. Just to like.
Yeah, that's
good with
the
the
girl who is extremely empathetic to people's pain and is also willing to punch you. That was beautiful. Good job, Jay.
Oh, excellent. I've gotta line everybody else up at Deviano's apartment, so I just gotta prep a map really quick.
I'm really happy I got to do some like detective stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it was great to see in motion where it's just like, hey, I got a vague idea, and I was just like, no, don't worry, I've got this.
I'll be right back. I'll grab some water.
Hey, chat, how's it going? I hope you're having a good night.
Nice little backstory so far.
Yeah, no, I just threw shit in, and I'm glad to get a lot of character context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a little bit with Bono.
Yeah.
Also, holy shit, Chuckle has a bizarre field.
Yeah. Chuckle has no stand in a bizarre field.
That's rad.
Listen, Chuckle's little type that I gave him is so fucking silly. I'm like, J-Man, you want something fucking wacky? And J-Man's like, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, talk to the plastic horse. It'll whisper secrets in your ears.
Oh my god.
Here to vibe a little, you know.
Yeah, man.
Here to vibe and talk to plastic animals.
Yes. Look, I know who was on the other end.
You do?
I do.
I have a feeling I know who was on the other end, but I'm not
Who do you
100%
think it was?
sure.
It was the horse.
Man, I'm so happy I got to use like my deep Brazilian Portuguese lore.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick as hell.
That was awesome.
I think it was one of the dudes from the train.
Oh,
Nice.
much fascinating. Okay. I've got to make sure that Joachim has his.
Yeah,
represent-
I'll try and fix that for everybody out of session.
It's chill. I think I got it now. Let me see. Default token.
You just have to replace the default token.
Remove, and then you
Yeah.
selected. There we go. I can't remember. Is he coming with?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I
Okay.
gotta get better at playing both of them at the same time.
It's chill. You got plenty of
Unlock
time.
Ultra
Yeah.
Instinct. You can do it.
Yeah.
And then let me grab Satan Joestar. There we go. Ultra Edgelord version. Okay, excellent. So, oh boy. Basically, here's how this goes for your entire group. Detective Hall can't come anywhere near the building. He does not have a warrant. He is stuck on his highway. So,
Man, why don't you just quit the?
it's a steady paycheck. Like, I don't know.
You know what? Fair.
So here's how this is gonna go. You guys are here like this. Let me grab Hall and put him tactically in the right position. He is outside. Just fucking standing by the street corner, just like out here somewhere. Way down, many stories on the ground.
That's
I'm
a hero
like-
right there.
No, he's
Oh, wow.
floating.
He's just flying there.
He's just
Make his
floating up
token
there.
really small and put him here.
Oh wait, hold on. That's actually brilliant. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. So, the rest of you. Oh my god. The rest of you, sorry, Bono's having a crisis right now. I should not
Bono-
be telling the dumbest joke.
No, go ahead.
No, okay.
Can I come in last? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow everybody else up. I'll
actually, I could come in first or last. Depends. Hey, Gannon.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to get here first, or should Al get here first?
I feel like reasonably we would get here first, just by the numbers.
Beautiful. Go.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yes, just keep Al down here. Walk into the scene whenever you're ready, Andre.
Without even, like, the second we get to the door, Bono reaches into his pocket and pulls out leather gloves, and then a pickpocket set, and without even, like, it doesn't seem like he put any work in, just jimmies the lock open and walks in.
Ah. Impressive. How do you know how to do that?
I'm a hitman.
Oop.
You gotta
Well,
break into
good.
places sometimes.
Come on,
Good
sweetie.
job putting on the gloves. It would be a pain if you got implicated in some other crime.
I mean, we could have just kicked in the door. It might as well have been. Shit. Look at this place.
Hmm.
What, are we gonna get in more trouble?
Yeah, right?
Window broken over there. I'm just gonna cling.
Yeah.
Just in case people don't remember.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, it's
It's
useful.
just open environment. Like, you just open to the elements right now.
Yeah.
Hey, my box of rocks.
Seems like it's kind of busted,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Whole place.
This place gives me the creeps.
Bono,
these-
were you able to find out anything else about what exactly happened here, or
Said the news report said something about an attack, a presumed attack, and said that he's missing. That's it. That's all I got.
so no possible assailant, no culprit?
No.
Nothing.
They don't know
reported as
anything.
disappearance, yeah.
The news.
There's a bunch of
wouldn't-
open bottles over here. You think he just got drunk?
Probably, but he wouldn't go out a window drunk. I've seen him drunk.
Knowing Deviano, he would make somebody else drunk. I don't think he'd take that on himself.
Bono.
No. Oh, are you coming in?
Yeah, Bono, you are no. This is secret GM Angra.
Oh, secret GM Angra.
Secret
Yeah,
GM.
secret GM Angra. You are a trained killer.
Mm-hmm.
You've been through many missions, and you know when something or someone is behind you. While you are looking at the scene and everyone else is also distracted looking at the scene, you feel something right behind you, like it's about to strike. Like it's
Bono
a
turns
snake
around.
just
Bono turns around, gun out.
yeah, it's nothing. But then you look at the floor, and the shadows have eyes. Well. Looks like this is a party.
Hmm.
The
Don't say
stand
party.
disappears.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
never
hi,
say
Al.
Party again.
Hey,
How did you get in here?
I got the key.
What, to the building or the apartment?
The building.
Oh. Okay, so I don't have to feel bad that I picked the lock.
Nope.
That's good.
Al looks at the shattered glass.
Where did you come from?
Don't worry about it. Al ignores Johan and starts walking. He comes right around here and starts looking at the crack. Okay. He looks at the glass, picks up a shard that fell inward. Reinforced glass. This is thick. How thick would this be, Gannon? You, ex-player of Deviano, how thick would this glass be?
No.
Well, it's definitely not something a human being's supposed to be able to punch his way through.
This
Any
should be
reasonable.
able to stop a bullet.
Yeah, it definitely should. People would try to shoot at Deviano while he's sitting in his chair.
Yep.
Flicks on the bird as it hits the bulletproof glass.
He just takes a sip from his teacup and flicks them off.
The hole's big. Two people fell.
Yeah, that holds up.
Yeah, it looks like there's some punches over here in the wall. And I would like to use a plot point to add something to the scene.
Oh, yes.
I would like to add a scrap of uniform.
Oh, clever.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right, and Joachim's gonna hold it out. It seems like this was torn off of somebody. I don't think Deviano would wear this color or this type of fabric. Well, maybe. I don't know much
Can I
about
take a
him.
look?
Go ahead.
He's the kind of man to wear a speedo to the beach.
You're right.
When now, Jay.
Okay.
Al stepped over the chair, so that's
Oh boy,
that
yeah.
triggered it.
As you pass the chair, you hear a noise, almost like something activating. Something.
Al dives.
You dive as fucking quickly as you can, and something manifests in the chair. A shape. Thump. And it immediately
Oh!
the pressure in the room changes.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there.
Excuse me?
Al slowly gets up.
The hologram stands up too and steps around, stepping over the dog's plate. I see eventually one of you would have figured it out. Which one came? Bono holds his hand up. Ah. Of course it would be you. He flicks a candy. It doesn't do anything because there's not any.
What a
Sorry
fucking
about that.
shit.
Good job, Bono. Bono smiles. Anybody have questions, discussion, or are we all just going to stare gawking at each other?
Well, I mean, we're not really gawking at each other.
We're gawking at you.
I don't.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was a two-way conversation.
What are you, some kind of AI?
A little bit of
This is a pre-recorded message with AI integrated.
ding ding, whoever the hell you are. Why are you bringing strangers into my house, Bono?
To be fair, there's only one stranger here.
Well, by my count, there's... Well, you look familiar, he points at Joe.
Yeah, you knew me at Roy.
I worked for your dad.
You worked for his dad?
I worked for his dad.
Well, don't have anything pre-recorded for that.
Error finding file. Error finding file.
Yeah, basically, there's like a
That's why
moment where it
Peter
does that, and then it
knows.
turns around. It's
Yeah,
looking out the
Al-
window now.
Al says that out loud. Yep, just like Peter did to Merritt, probably.
Well, if you want to skip all the theatrics, I could probably hack this thing and get all the answers that we want.
Well, yeah, sure.
Well, that's rude.
Okay,
Fine.
I'll get to work.
Make sure to keep
Well,
it
and
intact.
before that, Bono, go over to the liquor cabinet. You know the tradition. Bono's eyes go dark again, and he walks over and pulls out a glass off the top shelf that just has Deviano Brando written on it. Birth date, no specific death date. It's just got question marks engraved.
So
And Bono starts pouring glasses.
Wait, I remember this. Is that what I think it means?
Yes.
So it's true. You're actually dead.
Why else would we be talking through a pre-recorded message
I
in
don't know,
my
you're-
apartment?
I can think
You're
of like
you,
1,000 reasons.
like-
But...
Yeah.
You're the kind of person who wouldn't be in the same room with someone if they were poorer than you.
I was in the same room as all of you for a long time.
But you were as poor as we were at the time.
He goes and sits down in the chair.
Play Johan is saying something that's making me uncomfortable about that.
Well, can you give us any details on how you died? Or is
Oh,
that
I
not
can do
included?
plenty of that. He snaps. A hologram display pops up. I don't have one for this, Jay.
Just pop the box. Just pop the box.
A hologram display pops up. His hologram doesn't dissipate. It's still watching. As it plays out, shot for shot, Betty kicking in the door, Deviano taunting and getting disappointed at no response, the fight that ensued, and the eventuality of Deviano getting thrown out the window, but successfully pulling his enemy with him.
I love the idea that there's like he's a theatrical kind of guy, so it's starring Deviano as Deviano and Deviano as the killer.
No, it takes the footage that is recorded in this apartment and just plays it for you, basically.
Oh, I was right. He was drunk.
Do we get this? Can we like?
How
How
probably
much?
see Betty. Yeah.
Yeah, Johan.
No,
kinda-
you absolutely see Betty. Like I said, this room recorded the whole fucking thing. It plays it without any issue
Well,
for you to witness.
like forward, backwards, kind of get an idea of where that is.
we know where this
Where?
came from then. He puts it on the table.
Ah, shit.
Someone you knew?
Sister of my
Sister,
Cousin.
partner? Cousin of my partner.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Al. Al gives a sympathetic nod.
Wait, your
He's-
partners now?
I mean, we were. I haven't been able to talk to her in a while. Since we've been dead.
Yeah, well.
Deviano walks up to the
and then dead again.
Deviano walks up to the bar and snaps his fingers, and a holographic cup appears.
You
Johan
dweeb.
kind of going to look out the window or move the footage around to try to get as much of a view as he can.
If I got thrown out a window, what?
How far down? How expansive of a
You can
recording?
look at this for reference.
It's like a 90-story drop we're talking
Yeah.
about. Like
Yeah.
this is far.
Oof. Mm.
Paste on concrete.
Hmm.
Well, can it see that far down, or does it cut off at a certain point?
It cuts off not too far out from the. If you go looking for the hologram display, it cuts off basically when they go through the window.
Mm.
It can't project out at all.
Hmm.
That's pretty open-ended.
I mean,
Uh,
could they fly?
no.
I
but-
certainly can't.
Stranger things have happened, but I'm not optimistic. It's hard to be at this point.
I know I'm the stranger in the room, but you've certainly left a hologram to say something.
Oh, I left a hologram to say plenty. It's full of messages. Couple hundred easily. Well, I like to talk. Couple thousand. I designed this for one of you, clever folk. He gestures to Bono. I figured eventually somebody would come searching. And I wanted to make sure that I had something to give. If I'm dead, which, if I'm here, I am, I want to be able to help out, he says, leaning up on the bar.
And how can you help us, Deviano?
Plenty of things. Plenty of things. I am wealthy. Can't really display that to you, though, as unfortunately, it's going to things on the matter. But I assume the circumstances, given that you all were assumed dead, are complicated.
Putting it mildly, yeah.
That's why I'm here. Questions, answers. Please. Anything. No point in hiding it any longer. Oh. He snaps his fingers. The wall starts to close over the window.
Yeah, you are in an instant bathed in absolute, well, not absolute darkness. The inside of the apartment's actually relatively well lit, but that neon is no longer punching its way through.
You can
Eyes
see-
shuffle around.
You can see on the wall. You can see on the walls plans on plans, strings connected. Plan 1, wherein it just outright admits that he turned you against. He did his best to force your hand in being enemies of Mary, so he had pawns in the game. Plan 2, this thing, that thing, it doesn't really matter. Plan 3, it just lists nothing. He gestures, that little ringer. He looks at Yojo. Playing by the seat of our pants, aren't we? I tried my best.
I was always under the impression we were doing that the whole time.
Yeah, well, you were.
Clearly. He gestures to 3. What was this all about? Looked like you had a plan, but didn't have a plan.
That would be the unfortunate reality wherein I can't contribute any longer. I thought for sure it would be a trip to Cancun or something to that effect. You know, corporate requirements and all. But I also knew it could be this.
Lots of dead men walking, dead men talking.
My goal is explicitly to point you in any direction you need in this city, to move forward with whatever pursuits I can provide for, before burning this place to the ground.
What do you mean, point us in a direction?
I assume you have a mission of some kind, unless you're really that lost.
You want to forge evidence for me?
Forge is a very harsh. Like he looks at L. Really?
No, I mean forge
Forge?
evidence for me. I know it was Peter who sent a hit after you.
Oh, undoubtedly Peter did it. It
I have
says...
a recorder right here. You want to leave a dying message?
I mean, coupled with this, and he's gonna motion with the piece of torn uniform. I mean,
You realize...
Yeah, honestly, this
Al
is way
is a
too
very
valuable of a
petty
resource.
man.
Yeah, this is
Really?
obviously way too much of a valuable resource to leave in a room that's gonna get burned down. So,
He
Is that enough
shoots
to-
finger guns at Presley?
is that enough to upload this AI to some other hard drive so we can take him?
We're gonna. Ooh.
I'm gonna take hold here for a second.
Yeah.
You absolutely could download some pre-recorded messages. It's a very different system than anything you've ever seen before. Almost human intellectually, and it's not the same OS as things that you've worked with. It's got its own proprietary operating system that's marked with a little gold plus.
Of course.
of course.
Copyrighted.
It likely would not be something where you could get everything. No matter what you did, it's lost. You're going to lose a lot of details. Just by the nature of the technology in question. Especially because the gold plus is a potent explosive, and it's the triggering mechanism.
Yeah, if I take the whole thing, it'll blow up.
Mhm.
Well, let's avoid that.
Deviant OS Plus. That was from the chat.
I knew that if I opened it up to you all, eventually somebody else would be able to figure it out, come here. It's rigged, the whole apartment, to go up in flames after you all leave. I would recommend getting away quickly. It's on a timer, of course.
Sweats. No, for real, you want some evidence to fuck him over?
Can't help you there, bud. I can tell you with certainty it was him, because I may have instigated him quite a bit before. Missteps on my part. It smiles.
Instigated.
So no foraging, huh? Shame.
Yes,
Not
I
even a voice
instigated.
message. I think Peter's coming after me to kill me. Not that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately, no. Nothing
Kind of
for...
bad.
Hmm?
What kind of fire did you light under Peter's ass?
Oh, I light lots of fires, Jojo.
Well, like he gestures.
That was a pre-recorded message. Just
Yeah,
that
I
line.
like lots of fires.mp3 is a real. Deviano recorded that as like, ooh, I hope I get to use that one.
Please.
That's not even deep fake.
Happiness in his voice as he reads that one.
Beautiful.
What kind of dirt did you have on Peter? Maybe we can use that.
On Peter, nothing specific. It was more an instigation. A good leading question. Maybe not the best execution. We'll get there. Well, I guess I won't. He goes back to talking. The fire I lit, most likely instigated Peter, would have been facilitating a merger of sorts between Avex and Milli Vanilli. Would have been to serve a benefit to all of you, of course. Though I can't admit that on the record.
You see the thing glitching as it drinks. Can't admit that on the record. Takes a swig, goes right back.
Basically. No, by making a merger happen, Avex Group has control over, well, overall, still a pittance of the city, but all the food shipping lanes, all of the military shipping lanes, with the exceptions of the Black Star ones that Mary would have by now probably absorbed. That bitch. Makes it easier to get you around. I have people who are aware of the plans that I had in motion for if I was indisposed. He looks very disappointedly at his drink. So, you should still get to benefit from it.
Presley raises her hand.
Yes. The smart one.
Just not a question for you. General question for the room.
Yeah.
What is our goal at this point?
Well, one is to locate Rain. Move up.
Yeah, that would be
On
nice.
that, Deviano has it. A message immediately plays in relation to Deviano. It just appears in front of you. Find Twerp.
I need
Twerp.
to ask something. You may be able to help me.
Johan looks into his dead, alive,
Yeah,
digital, digital. We'll go with digital.
Digital. There you go.
Digital eyes, and it's like, Twerp. Wait, you mean your kid?
Twerp, my son, the hacker that's capable of using the internet still. Don't tell her I said that. It looks over at Presley.
Why would we need to find Twerp?
You said you wanted to find Rain. Clearly, if she's not here, which, unless my systems are the diodes working right? It looks around.
Yes.
If she's not with you, Twerp can find her. Simple as that.
Tracker?
Alright.
Sort of.
Nice. Hey,
New guy.
archive. Where and who?
Ooh, you're playing big games. I like it. Archive. Probing
They
questions.
hired me.
It doesn't respond to that.
Just Al says that like in
Can't
walk to the
tell you.
room.
Can't tell you where. Don't know where. Can tell you where not. Better than nothing. Tell you a little bit about too, but
That would help me quite a bit.
well then, big shooter. What do you know? He leans up on the counter again.
Their abilities revolve around information, and they want me to find them. And that they probably work, or at least worked, in conjunction with Mary.
I'm gonna have to stop you there. That's a pre-recorded one. Its voice auto shifts to a different voice.
Chotomate kudasai.
Information broker, yes. Works with Mary, almost definitely. But Archive works with everyone. Mostly everyone. Big Four don't tend to benefit. It's the smaller gangs.
That's
Corporates.
good to hear.
I've worked with Archive before. Helped me get my, well... he gestures to a poster on the wall of him doing like a reprisal of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Jingle All the Way movie. There's no way that was gonna succeed without a little push, you understand?
I do.
Contracts and all.
Johan looks at the window, Poor choice of words there, but all right.
It doesn't react.
trying to locate Johan burned me.mp3. No, that's not possible.
File not found.
A little error display happens for a second there.
Holy shit.
For that
that's a
answer,
good
you'll have
one.
to check out my Dropbox. Ooh, another bad choice of words there, buddy.
Jesus.
All right.
Information. Where was I? As a player, where was I?
Archive.
Archive. Right. Nobody's quite sure how it works. I would assume a stand. Archive has a beat on the way the city runs. Collective mood, interest, they all kind of move in conjuncture with whatever we pay Archive for. Hard motherfucker to find.
But everyone always has a way. At least, not everyone. People have a way.
Not me, I'm afraid. Archive, big unknown. Like I said, doesn't work with the big four. Well, unless they pay real good. Mostly sticks to smaller ones, J-Corp, Avex, Milli Vanilli. We all have our hand in that pie. I can tell you that Archive is definitively in J-City. I can tell you that he is not in any major corporate location. That's about it.
That's all I needed.
Johan
Somewhere
brings-
not to look.
I'm
That already helps
so
much.
very glad you're working in conjunction on this one. Archive was one that I was trying to pursue too.
Well,
That and touch.
yeah, that might be a tough one.
Johan brings up touch. Speaking of which, do you have a location on that one?
Oh, theories. Location is also no, but I hope you like space travel.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, no, I like spacious places.
No.
Al,
I'm
Space
sorry. Hold
travel.
on. Are you saying we're going to space?
Well, I'm not saying you're going to space. I'm saying I theorize that that would be the answer to where is touch? Uses satellite networks. Easiest uplink point would be the big one. When he says the big one, a simulated space station appears over his head. It's the corporate HQ for the corporate court.
Joaquin slams his
free-
fist down on the table. We're going to
Time
space!
Spice!
Space!
Okay,
Time
time
freezes for a
freezes.
moment. Time freezes for a moment.
Okay.
Al thinks back to the past. He saw it on TV. He was in his shitty office eating canned beans while his cat was scratching his fucking shoes. He looks at the TV and sees on the news how megacorps, especially mainly JamiroCorp, is funding the launch of a space station. He's turned off the TV and spat on the floor. He thinks back to what he deduced about how Mary is probably not dead and is lying low. But where would the consciousness of a machine hide? Where is the safest place in the world for the consciousness of a machine to hide? The answer is off-world. Time continues.
Of course, they would buy out the fucking moon.
Moon. Did you not see? He's got the satellite orbiting his head. Literally a satellite, not the moon.
You
I
need to
knew
look a
you'd
little
say
bit to the
this,
right.
Jojo.
The moon
Johan.
is a satellite, and it's in proximity.
Johan.
He's got a point.
It's
Not
within
you
the zoning
too.
laws of. It's within the zoning laws of the moon. He looks at Presley. She gets it.
No, it's true. The moon is
No,
Earth's satellite.
you see, Earth has a gravity field. Do you know what gravity is, Johan?
Headbutts the bar and just falls through it.
Hey, listen, Bono.
We're not getting into this now. I can explain physics to you later. We're on a timer here.
Pops up over here. Yes, you are. What else can I help you with?
How would we even get there? Johan gestures with arms folded to that.
Archive.
Okay.
Archive could probably manage something. Lots of money goes through Archive.
He's like, he thinks a little bit more. You mentioned your son, Twerp. Where would we even find him if not here? Hey, hang on. He looks at the apartment. Your son doesn't live with you?
This isn't my only apartment. Jeez, what do you think I am, you?
He's got a point.
Well,
You only have one apartment.
Well, I don't have any apartment now.
Also, usually, at a certain age, people move out of their parents' place.
Yeah, but he was like 12.
Are you
or
taking a
something.
direct
He
shot at me?
wasn't 12.
How old was he, Granddad?
How old was he, Deviano?
Deviano's hologram is furrowing its brow and holding its hands to it.
Wow, I'm really glad I'm not you. Twerp looks out the window.
Twerp is 19. He's old enough to live on his own, but he doesn't.
Twerp was
Currently.
19. Johan. Alright, I'm gonna stop.
Johan's like, I haven't gotten that high yet. Come on.
If anybody can help you with the information side of things, besides the one right here, he points a thumb at Presley. Twerp is the one. Lady World can do some pretty impressive things.
All right, so
Lady World.
Lady World is his stand. He used it to get you in contact with your mother. You realize that Deviano pre-recorded a message thinking you would question him on this one thing, just so he could snark you.
No, I just thought you were calling me Lady World. I thought that was a weird nickname and something that we'd never established previously.
I mean, it would be
Mrs.
pretty
Worldwide.
on. It would be pretty on brand for this group to steal someone else's name.
Bono's eyes look at you for a second. Goes back to what he's doing.
All right, so where would we find him? One of your other apartments?
No. Worked it out in advance once I got that gut feeling that something was gonna go wrong. Twerp is staying with Murdoch. Kind of a surrogate father situation. He was actually worked out before he became an adult that if I were to die, Murdoch would take over as the parental. Him and his wife.
Oh
were
yeah, I had a surrogate father too, because I haven't seen my dad in so long, and he's gone.
That's
It
rough, kid.
paused. It paused while you were saying that, and goes back to what it was saying. Murdoch and his wife, they've been trying for children for a while, so I felt like it was an appropriate thing to give them.
All right, so we find
You
Murdoch.
thought it was
and find your kid.
appropriate to give a couple that wanted to have children an adult boy?
Beggars can't be choosers.
I understand why the ancient text said to eat the rich.
Can that pre-recorded message be beggars can't be choosers, Johan?
That's what it was, but it would have cut off. You can see his lips started to
It's a-
say yo and then gone.
Can't be choosers, yep.
Yeah.
I like it says it in
Exactly.
another. It says it in like another cadence. Beggars can't be choosers. Johan. Pinches his nose. I only have 2 more questions for you, Deviano.
Only 2. Disappointing.
Well, at least for right now, we'll get to that. He looks around. Is there anything here that we can make use of? I'm pretty sure this, with the way you are, this pretty much equates to a safe house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got any cool guns? Robot eyes?
Computers.
Robot eye.
Bradley
Well,
remembers she has a very cool gun already.
The Deviano thing points at the ground. Robot eye for you. It's still just there.
Is it his robot eye?
Yes.
Is
He
it
picks
moist?
it up, looks down
It's
at the
not
ground,
moist.
contemplates tossing it back down to the bottom.
Please don't.
No, I can definitely use that for something. Give it here.
Yeah, he just shrugs and hands it to you.
I
High
have some
life isn't in it.
questions.
Yeah, where
so
is
then-
High Life, you thief?
With twerp.
Oh,
Gotta ensure that my kid is protected, you understand?
he's an adult.
Mhm. Johan, you had one question left.
He looks at Deviano, and for the first time, you kind of see a serious look on Johan's face. He regards Deviano's hologram with a certain level of respect. Any last wishes?
Mhm.
Anything, any lingering regrets that we can set right for you? Differences aside, you have been a pretty consistent form of support. It only seems he swallows proper that we at least pay it forward.
Not much you can do, I'm afraid, short of killing the bitch.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, that was already on the itinerary,
Well,
but
I have some words for you.
Number
all.
one on the list.
This, what I'm about to say, might interest. No, it will definitely interest you all. Can I have a seat?
When
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you just move an old lady?
Yeah.
fuck Al.
What is wrong with you?
God, we're friends with you.
You might want to sit down too. On the floor. I'm gonna try because I'm better than you.
Here, kid. Just go
You want me
ahead.
to sit crisscross applesauce?
Deviano's chair ends up, Deviano's chair, when you go to try to sit near it, it goes occupied. And it's just sitting there.
He attempts to sit in it anyway.
Deviano's hologram shifts. Doesn't work. Stupid tech should have been hard light. Then you wouldn't be able to take my damn chair.
Just hologram wish another one.
I love this petty beyond the grave bullshit.
Pre-recorded message knowing one of you fuckers would sit in his chair.
But did he know which fucker?
Beggars
all-
can't be choosers, Johan.
Insert name here.
Well, Ruth has killed Mary.
Johan sits up at that. What do you mean killed?
Haven't you looked across the parking lot? Right there. Al goes to the window and points at the empty, burned out
The
parking
window's
lot.
not open.
Yeah, the
Remember
window's
yeah,
not
sorry,
open.
I
It's got
forgot.
the wall.
Haven't you walked past the, hole in the wall full of plants that was supposed to be a bar, but it burned down?
I thought that place felt familiar. Wait, you mean Ruth was there?
And you didn't notice the skeletal metal figure in the middle of it?
No, I don't investigate every burnt out bar in the city. I'm a wanted terrorist.
You should. I'll tell you what my deduction was. That happened in there. We have photographic evidence. Al pulls out a PDA that is not plugged to the internet or in any kind of way. It opens a hologram of the picture. Was it Daryl?
Oh,
Daryl sent to him. It's a picture of a street camera of Mary and Ruth entering the restaurant. You see, I have a very bad habit of peering into people's minds sometimes. The shadows move in an unnatural way, but that's beside the point.
You
I-
wouldn't do that to like me or anything, right?
I didn't. Yeah.
Alright.
But
Keep it that way.
What was that part again?
nothing.
Say it
You see,
louder.
I peered into Ruth's memories when she was alone in a pizzeria talking to herself. It was weird, so I took a peek. And I found something very interesting. Ever since you all became traders of JamiroCorp, she has been preparing something. A plan of sorts. And the result of that burnt down restaurant is the plan coming to fruition. I had no guarantees that the plan would work, so I just sat on it, but turns out it did. At least on the surface. We all know Mary is a machine. No secret there. The cat looks shocked.
The Deviano hologram is like doing the "come on, hurry it on" sort of thing with its hand in response to this.
Sorry, I can't hack him. He's a person.
I have a very bad habit of speaking slowly when I'm explaining things. Don't worry about it. I picked up when I was teaching. Let me speed things up for you then.
Please.
Ruth is alive because while the place burnt down, plants have grown on it. Her stand ability is to control plants to some extent. So that means she didn't die in the fire and went the extra mile to summon the plants to adorn the grave of her ex-friend.
What makes you so sure that Mary's dead?
The burnt out, hollowed out metal corpse in the middle of that looks strangely like Mary.
Well, I would believe that body is dead. I would have a very hard time.
And that's where I'm getting
Mary
at. Machines don't simply die. You always have a backup. Or two. You know the rule. If you have one backup, you don't have a backup. If you
Yeah,
have two backups, you have one.
The popular phrase, backing up never fails. Backing.
I remember that song.
That fucking toaster probably uploaded her mind somewhere or something.
I have robot
then-
friends, if you wouldn't mind not using those slurs.
Evil toaster. And that's when it hit me. Thank you for this, Deviano. She is lying low, trying to discern who is her enemy and who is her ally, because Ruth just betrayed her. So, she uploaded her consciousness probably to the safest place that only the most trustworthy people are.
The moon.
The satellite, Johan!
The moon is a satellite. We've been over this.
The artificial satellite. Don't get snarky on me.
I mean, if you want to go back far enough, like the aliens when they made the moon.
I'll consider
Johan
jumping.
If you when you talk about the satellite, the satellite spreads towards you and splits into multiple pieces. Deviano gesturing it, and just kind of looks at you.
In my opinion, which isn't worth the shit, but it's all I have, Mary won't be acting for a while. She'll be deciding who is worth keeping and who should just stop existing.
That being said, we probably don't want to run that clock too long, especially if she is capable of dropping a nuke on us out of nowhere.
She won't do
So
that.
what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna rent a bus and go to the moon?
That's where finding contacts such as Archive and Twerp becomes important. I just gave up, Deviano. I just gave up.
No response to you.
The AI evolves on the spot, learning a new response in real time. It's not on the fucking moon.
Space station. Space station. Spread out. Map. Look. Map. A. Fill in the rest.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he even coded it to have a thesaurus in there. That's neat. He goes back to like.
What's up?
But
What's
as
up?
as, as
What's up,
you said,
Yohim? Hold on, I just want to interrupt. What's up, Yohim?
He said P to finish the sentence. That's it.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry, I heard a thing, and I'm like, I wanna check in on you. Okay, keep going. You're doing great.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Bust to
Hi.
space.
Can I say that again?
The last note was what? We're just gonna
Bu-
take a
bust
bus
to space,
to the
okay.
moon.
Yeah. That's where finding contacts such as Archive and Twerp becomes important. We need backup. We need people. We need a fucking army to back us up on this. There are a lot of people who would be really happy to see Mary completely out of the picture. So finding those people won't be hard. Now, convincing them to help us might be.
I actually beg to
And-
differ. I can't even go to the grocery store or check my text messages.
I've got contacts, Bono says, leaning up on the thing. Oh, by the way, you're supposed to drink. He starts sliding glasses to everybody. He sets down the Deviano bottle.
Yeah, I was asking earlier for a shot here.
Waiting
Joaquin's
for
just gonna
everybody.
take a shot really quick.
I think we should
and
take a shot before, like, right before we leave.
Yeah.
Fine,
oh.
whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is going to be.
He's gonna pour another one, Bono, and then just wink at you and slide it over.
Thank you. I'll just wait until everybody's ready.
Johan kind of leans forward, like resting on his elbows. Bono, you said you had contacts, which reminds me, you. Johan slushes his drink around.
Are we gonna murder this bitch or not? Just spit it out.
Okay, that's kind of what I want to talk about. You seem like you're more learned and experienced than I initially gave you credit for. What exactly did you do? What kind of context do you have?
Well, he knocks back a drink. Since there's so few of us here, there's plenty in the bottle still, so he just pours himself another one. I work for the Speedwagon Foundation.
I've heard that name before.
Wait, what? That thing still exists?
Yeah! Would you believe it's one of the longest lasting corporate entities to stay not for profit?
Wow.
Johan looks around. What is the Speedwagon Foundation?
Wait,
He
actually
just
no,
explained.
he's excited because somebody recognized his job. My bad.
One of the oldest non-profit organizations to ever exist. I've heard their name before, but
Yeah, my
don't
dad
know what
used
they
to
were.
have one of them over for dinner. I think his name was Remy Speedwagon or something like that. It
Well,
was
I
it
don't-
was nice. He was a cool guy.
I don't know what they did back when you were human before the first time.
They-
But
Human Mark
nowadays they are sanctioned by the UN as an oversight organization for corporate interests. We are the only real authority that can check in on corporate interest, report back, and get the UN involved. Unfortunately, that only boils down to antitrusts, and everybody knows that we exist, so secret agent, hitman stuff. He cracks his fingers.
I don't know any of
So
that.
You're
I just
you're a-
remember them paying for my college.
Oh, nice. They have
Also-
really good packages for that.
Johan
yeah.
looks
Also,
over
no
at-
offense to your
Yo-
job or anything, but if your job was, minimalizing corporate corruption, she points out the window.
No, it's reporting on excess. There's only like 12, 13 agents active at any point in the world at the moment. It's when corporations know you spy on them but don't know where you are, they kind of just try and do their best to fuck over your corporate the organization you work with. And they have the ability to do it.
So wait, you're a hitman for a non-profit organization?
That works for the government. Yeah.
Wow.
Like the
Wow,
World Wildlife Foundation.
Wow, and I thought the Salvation Army was rough.
Wait. WWF. Is that the panda thing or was that wrestling? I can't remember anymore.
It's a panda thing. It's been that way for years.
It wasn't always.
Yes, the
What's a
wrestling
panda?
What? Wrestling bears?
No, there.
Jesus Christ, you guys get sidetracked so easily.
Listen, I remember very specific things from my youth. Don't be mean.
You've been doing this for how long, Bono?
Oh, he looks at his hand, starts counting. Couple years. It's hard to remember. His eyes go grim again. It's been a while since Hunger City.
What is Hunger City? If you don't mind me asking.
It's like J City. It's just a big city. I think it's built over. You would know it. I think old maps as Chicago.
Oh, Chi-Town.
Yeah, Hunger City. It's
Oh, fuck.
the Black Star capital.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Hunger City. Home of the great no-dish pizza.
No, it's the no dish?
No, the no
Yeah,
dish.
No,
yes,
it's,
no.
it's
No
called
dish
Hunger
good
City
container.
for a reason.
It's just dough. It's not even cooked.
Man, I remember
it's
things
not
way
even
differently than
filling.
you people.
Yeah. I he looks like he's starting to tear up a little bit as he stands there thinking about it. It's like he's lost track of where he was.
Kind of leans forward and clinks his glass. You doing all right there, bud?
I lost everybody in Hunger City.
Ah.
Almost every. I lost a lot in Hunger City, and I had to dig myself out of a hole in the ground. And then I met Mr. Speedwagon, and he gave me a chance to do something good.
That's
Bono knocks back a drink, pours more.
Yeah,
Well,
here.
we're-
Why don't you give me another one? And he's gonna knock back one.
Johan does not usually drink, but for Bono, he will
I-
drink.
I have a question for Deviano.
Mm.
Might be a weird one, so I don't know if the AI can answer, but how would you go about killing an AI in a space station?
Blow it up. I would recommend against that, though. If you take that out, you knock out the entire infrastructure of corporate interests, which sounds good on paper to you all, I'm sure. Think about the number of lives that we lose if you do that. Milli Vanilli is the shipping lane for most of the food in the world. You knock that out, how quickly do people die?
Power.
Yes, the world is bad. I know. But
It's pretty bad.
So we need surgical precision.
Surgical precision.
well, I do have one thing. If there is if touch is in the space station, I had a plan in motion to destabilize it before the unfortunate. It looks around as if it doesn't actually know how it died, even though it showed you.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then remember Roller?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the big guy. Or was that the small
Yeah.
guy? Small guy was Rolla.
Yeah, well, Roller died in the Love Shack, right? Smoke and mirrors. Roller wasn't gone for good. In fact, none of them are. I have.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you can't just say stuff like that.
Pre-recorded message.
You remember that Cher can fix things as long as they fit inside of her stand? Well, conveniently, carbon interfaces do. Research. Roller is currently installed on an Avex space station. Remember what it does. Shrapnel gets pulled to it. Little Katamari Damacy, I think that's the name of the game, right? He looks over at Presley.
You're correct.
Yeah, from
I
like,
really love
when
that
my
OST.
grandmother was alive.
Stop making me feel old. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I know it's true, but still, it hurts.
Controlled strike situation. Twerp would be able to facilitate it when you find him. Find Twerp. It cuts back to that audio of it really aggressively. And then it goes back to what it was saying. When you find Twerp, or when you find Twerp, he'd be able to instigate the activation for Roller, which would collect some space stations like a big ball. Not big enough to take on the big guy. That one has guns. But it would be able to destabilize the touch network if it is connected through the space stations.
So literally throw a rock through the window. Beautiful.
How would so metaphorically speaking, push it out the window?
Nice.
It doesn't have a response.
How would that be
Think of
better
it
than
this way, Johan? Satellites work with precision. They need to know exactly where they are at every moment, and they speak to each other about this. Every satellite needs to know where the other satellites are. That's why they are a network. If you hit one of them hard enough to destabilize them, they are out of commission for a while.
The big
Until
one-
they
Good point.
can- they
I'm sure
can-
it would repair itself pretty quickly, but that's more than enough time for me to get in with the back door.
Oh, no, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere. Roller is not a precise tool. It would knock out the satellite network. J-City would be without internet, without phone service, nothing. It would all get ruined. Plunge the city specifically, into chaos. But that makes it where it's an opening. You could get up there in that window when you have things set up and kill the bitch before I'm trying to it's so hard to think about words that would and wouldn't be pre-recorded. And get up there and kill Touch in person. That's how he would have been able to record that. Kill Touch in person before it could get backdoored.
So
we really
instead of
do need to go to space.
instead of blowing it up, we just give the smaller satellites panic attacks, like a dog being left alone in a house for too long.
That's
Gets in
really
the
mean.
garbage.
The man down here feels sad.
Yeah,
all
he's
of a
like,
sudden.
son of a bitch.
Johan, I hope you wouldn't do that.
No, I love dogs. He looks at Deviano expectantly.
Good.
Deviano's AI thing gestures to the wall. The trap that got you caught, that made it where you had to go rogue, is Deviano's dog.
No, his stand is named Pitbull Terrier. It was. Alright, so
Well,
obvious. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think finding Twerp is priority one. If his stand can actually find anyone anywhere, we could probably make good use of him to track down more allies.
I absolutely agree with you.
Bono's gonna speak up. I can also call my boss. It's not likely he'd be able to pull all of the agents to the city, but he could probably get some of them.
Johan looks over at him like, wait, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of contacts do you have? And you said your boss?
Yeah, Mr. Speedwagon.
So your boss is in J City.
Oh, I don't know. He moves on his own record. We all do too. We get assigned to certain vicinities. And then, since we have no budget, we usually kind of work in service of another corporate because we have pretty good records, you know? I've killed a lot of people. So then I go, hey, I've killed people. And then somebody's willing to hire us. They might be suspicious. They might keep us on lockdown. Deviano did. But, you know.
Well, shit. How would you even begin to get in contact with him? We could use someone with the resources of a
space
small
bus?
company behind him. Yeah, a space bus.
I could probably get a burner phone, get in contact. I know the code words. I'd have to give a couple of calls.
I could
He
probably
only wouldn't
find
pick up for a burner.
I could probably find a vending machine with a good burner phone. I mean, that's where I got my glasses and Izzy got her sunglasses.
Johan leans over to Al. You wouldn't. How many of those would you happen to have on hand?
You can get like
You wouldn't happen to have
7.
on hand.
we can get a bunch of them.
Can I like?
Al puts 7 phones on the table.
Which
Oh, wait,
of
I
these?
actually need this one, and takes one of them off.
Johan picks up one of them, looks at them, picks the hot pink Razer Motorola phone, and slides it over to Bono.
Ooh, my favorite. Bono. Wait, I gotta switch him to happy side or happy face. He pulls the phone and just starts like dialing a number. When it rings, it rings. It goes straight to voicemail. He utters like a string of words into it, and then closes the phone. It'll get back to me.
Yeah, that reminds me of the codes I would have to save for JamiroCorp.
He looks over at Al. Should we hold on to that, or should we toss it?
You can just take the thingy off, but you can break it. I don't care.
No, I need this to get a call back.
Yeah.
Okay, you can keep it.
Johan picks up one of the burner phones. Can I try something real quick? He's gonna pick it up and toss it out the window. Wow, that felt really satisfying.
The window's not open.
Oh,
Dang.
Deviano gestures to the wall.
Holy shit.
Beggars can't be
Safety glass.
choosers, Johan.
Beggars can't be choosers, Johan. Holy shit.
worth a shot.
Wow.
He picks up the 5 remaining.
I was just looking at you in amazement. Like,
Slides back over. Hey, come on, it's my
Yeah.
blind side. How am I supposed to see
no,
it?
it isn't.
Yes, it is.
You just have
It-
to
it-
turn
it
your
is.
head. You need to turn your head, Johan. Just turn your head,
You
please.
saw it.
Take it from the guy who's
You
wearing
saw it
glasses.
close. Mm. We'll talk later.
I get paid I feel like you should know I get paid a captain's salary for JCore. So whatever you're expecting to get out of me, I want you to know it is significantly lower than whatever you could hope for.
I'll try to teach you the basics.
Mm,
Like at
I'd
least middle
appreciate-
school level.
I would
Sure,
appreciate that because I didn't get to go to high school.
Yeah, I'll help you out. Man, it's been a while since I teach.
the Deviano hologram says, "Oh, can't count still."
No, I'm getting there.
He actually got the square root of 9 right. If you know, cannot
Three.
compute this. Cannot compute this.
Deviano's no response. It just goes, "Can't count still."
You see a little
That
virtual
bad, huh?
You see a
That
little
bad.
virtual tear slide down his cheek. The
Well,
whole time Deviano couldn't count either.
now we have a plan, and we know we are on a time limit. But within the time limit, we are mostly safe from direct intervention from Mary. Peter's still a problem, and other J-Corp officials are still a problem, and I would dare say even Milli Vanilli X Japan and MetalliCorp are a problem. But Mary right now is not a problem.
When you say that,
Probably.
Deviano literally appears in front of you as if he was sitting here the whole time. Merger, it pokes at your nose as if it could touch you. Milli Vanilli, Avex, one and the same. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
That being said, we probably should have a time frame in mind. Knowing Mary as an AI, it probably won't be too long before she learns, and
I'd
at
say
that
we
point,
have-
it's a snowball.
I have no idea, but if I were to judge, I would like to roll an
Yeah.
intelligence check to determine some how much time we probably have.
3 days. Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Um,
oh shit.
So you're gonna
Give me,
roll. I'll roll a brains check.
Yeah, give me that good old brains check.
Okay. I'll add a +5 because, as my trait says, I'm a fucking detective.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
6 plus. There we go.
You know what?
13.
Joachim's going to lean over and go, you know what? You've been impressing me a lot lately. I think you got this. I think you can figure out how much time we have. Go ahead and add that to your roll. I'll burn 3
Jesus
plot points.
Christ. Let's go.
Burn that plot.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, I love how
Thanks,
you
man. That
spec
really
into
means a lot
Grandpa.
to me.
let me roll something for someone. Okay. Okay. You still exceed. Excellent. Okay. You're like, how much fucking time do we have left? You look around the room, you try to process, you turn it over in your head, Al, and you try to think out the thought process of this person. Someone who caught you just earlier in a trap with that second, the blinking, it's just bounded around your brain since then. You've been working in overdrive. How do I get the leg up on her? How do I figure this out? Payback is coming. I'm going to figure this out. So in this second, you feel like you not only perfectly understand all the clues laid out in front of you, you feel like you understand the mind of your enemy. The short answer is, it's probably until she feels like she's in an advantageous position. But a simple answer like that, you can't share that and get a hard reaction. Your best guess is probably a month and a half at best.
I'd say we got
That-
a month and a half at best.
That
Then we
is-
better start walking.
That is not a lot of time, and I would rather not cut it too close
Well,
to that
Johan,
date.
it's better than we had before.
It is.
All right, Presley, plug in for a second. Just get a USB or something. I know you have them.
I mean, yeah, but it's rude to assume.
When you
She
plug
plugs
in,
in.
the second you do that, Deviano just uploading data, and then turns to you. Everything that I think could help you in the planning stage got your way. A lot of, unfortunately, my favorite ones didn't make it, but what can you do? Can't be quippy with everyone when you're dead.
A monkey somewhere sheds a tear.
She's kind of scanning and skimming through the plans as they kind of go across her glasses. Like, oh yeah, this would help.
I don't know what this translates to in play, but I gave you stuff.
So basically what we're going to do is, if you ever, in the future, basically, I don't want you guys to feel like you need to get every single question out of Deviano right here, right now. If there's something that Deviano would have known that you could have gotten from this conversation, you can reference the data. You don't need to feel like,
Perfect.
damn, we fucked up there. This is just a safe restore point, more or less, to this conversation.
Fantastic.
So
Donna,
Yeah.
For as much of it as Deviano could give.
yes, exactly.
beautiful.
None of the quips.
Well,
Unfortunate.
Quips, unfortunately.
Beggars can't be choosers, Johan. Johan.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Choosers.
Everyone.
Name removed.
Error.
Ooh.
So I guess we should go
One
find
more
Rain.
thing. One
Yeah.
more thing for you all. Deviano pops over here. Can't open the box. Somebody pop it open. Somebody, come on,
I got
please,
you.
please, dead man. When you
Go
pop
ahead.
it open, there's a couple watches in there. Wow, wait, Al's the one who opens it, so he doesn't recognize. You have memories from Roy, right?
Yes.
This does sure look like that watch he used to turn into Slim Shady.
Oh shit!
Yes, you can now wander around a little more freely.
God, tell me you have pogs for these.
I do
no.
not think
Mustache
Slim Shadys
washes?
is the anyone.
Oh my god.
There's a handful of them. Chance, a little bit programmable. They work with the hard light projection, unlike this form. Damn, fucking skimping on this.
Budget cuts and all of that, you know.
Can I actually? I'm gonna jut in and provide a brief explanation. This model that you're actually getting right now is it's horrifically intrusive. But what's nice about it is this is a watch that'll let you blend as a CEO, as someone on top of the world, and even in even a subtle disguise. The cool thing about it is, as you're moving around, it can actually pick up on social media, like basically social media news exposure of everybody around you. What it'll do is automatically pick up if you will be recognized by that person. They've got algorithms for it. And if the situation requires it, it'll coat you immediately in a disguise so that you can blend around people who would otherwise recognize you. That's why we don't have to change the pogs.
That's cool. That's
you all
cool.
want to commission your wonderful Slim Shady version variants? Go ahead.
Yes. Also, if you want a Slim Shady, you can still get it, but otherwise, that's my explanation.
Yeah, no, that's real good.
Yeah, I figured I don't need it anymore. Oh, also take one of these. He gestures to the dog food. Sergeant Pepper is very particular, you understand. Twerp probably doesn't know how to feed my damn dog.
Izzy will pick them up. Is it just these two?
Oh, there's a whole box right there next to it. But
Oh,
you don't have
perfect. She'll pick up the box
to.
very
I can't wait for
easily.
everyone. I can't wait for people to eat dog food because they're just like, hey, we have it. Oh no, Bio forgot groceries. Let's eat the dog food.
No, we would never
It's a very
get
expensive brand.
It's Gold Plus brand dog food. It's got Deviano on the cover. You
Oh
wonder
my
if
God.
it's truly the case that Sergeant Pepper's particular, or if Deviano is just really vain and wants to feed his dog his brand.
The answer is yes.
My brand.
Well, does anyone have any questions left?
Yeah.
You had
Is
a
it true
car?
that Twerp has a crush on me?
It has no response.
Beggars can't be choosers, Johan. Johan.
Do you know? Touch is Joan, right?
Yes.
I think that was confirmed for us in play.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Presley figured it out.
Yeah.
It's Touch's abilities and specs. Do you know any specifics about it? Temperament?
I knew Joan before. Her stand, it was not especially common for me to find out, you know, given the context of our interactions. He
Squints.
Deviano then looks. I have theories. They're in the recordings I gave Presley, but nothing cemented.
Deviano, I have one more question for you.
Hmm.
Were you dating my great-granddaughter?
Yeah, Johan leans forward. Yeah, were you dating his great-granddaughter?
Joan, I mean.
Oh, no, just flirted with her. She didn't like me very much.
Yes.
The quiet yes! The quiet yes!
I see. Unfortunate. So, continuing on.
Holy
Out
fuck!
of character, I believe the burial of a diamond dog has a ritual.
Yeah.
It sure
Let's
does.
take our shots and let's get the fuck out of here.
He is
Say something
teleported
for the
right
dead
there.
man.
Oh, come on. Nothing?
I'm waiting for like Bono to start.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh!
it's his dad.
What? No. What?
What?
Deviano's
Was he
not my...
not your
What?
was he not your dad?
It's- Oh,
Uh,
what?
Did you want him to be your dad?
No, he's just a good boss.
Oh, I got the sense that he just adopted a bunch of weird adults.
Yeah, I
He
kind of got
adopted
that
Twerp when
sense
he was a
too, to be
kid.
honest.
Twerp was 17 when he got adopted?
Did-
I don't
was it
remember.
Bono, was it an adoption or was it kidnapping?
Adoption.
Okay.
You'd have to
We
ask.
really do get off topic, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really do.
Deviano was one of the better bosses I've had. He never pried into the whole Speedwagon thing. I think he might have been suspicious, but he never asked and never looked into it, which is nice. Most people try to figure out who you're working for immediately. I've had so many car batteries hooked up to me. Sorry, sidetracked.
That's depressing. And concerning.
You know it.
I know
I
what
don't
it
know.
feels like. Ha!
What the fuck is going on?
he continues on just I'm gonna miss you, boss. That's all I got. And then he just knocks it back and sits down on the floor, crisscross applesauce.
Well, to the man I never knew, Al knocks us back.
Aw.
To Deviano. And he's gonna raise his glass. Is gonna do the same. They knock theirs back.
To the nicest guy that I've ever known that wore a Speedo.
Wow, he really
Roughly.
did do that.
Johan looks at the group, looks at the hologram. I'm just gonna wait until you're gone. It'll mean more.
Me?
The place is gonna burn down when
Eh.
we're finished, Johan.
That's fine. I'll just give my parting words. But for now, he looks at it. I'll leave you with. Good. Hello. I know.
Okay.
You woke up.
Oh, it's Cat.
Wait, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't help you here. He's going to like lift up his glass for now, Deviano. What I will give you is this for the man who didn't date my daughter. My sister.
Daughter?
What?
Excuse me, Johan?
It's a
Not
complicated
yet,
thing.
Granddad. He's gonna knock the drink. He's gonna knock the drink back, pick up the bottle.
Man, we really need to have a talk.
Yeah. Well,
Pour-
if you get,
Pour a little in a glass for me. I know I can't, but
oh, don't worry, I'll get to you in a minute.
Joachim will pour one and then slide it over. It doesn't.
he goes to grab it and falls off the side and shatters. He just
my
leans
bad.
over. Good enough. And then he brings a holographic one to his hands and starts drinking from it.
Listen, I tried, okay?
Johan cocks the drink back, kind of picks up the bottle, fidgets with it a little. Y'all go on ahead, grab what we need. I'll be right behind you. Just gonna kind of wander by the window, try to figure out how to
Both.
turn on the blinds.
Yeah, you managed to find a switch that gets the fucking wall back up so it's a window again.
He
One
teleports
thing.
next to you. Close that when you leave, just in case.
I will.
One last thing I
relax.
want to try before we really leave.
Yeah.
I would like to, while the blinds are on and the room is dark, I would like to give a look using Year of the Cat to see if there is any interesting evidence that can be used.
Ooh, okay. Make your roll, and I'm going to put a pin in that. I will. Yeah.
If you need help, I'm more than happy to burn my last plot point to put something in here. Whatever it is.
I'll be using my range once again.
Yeah.
Because
So-
my standard
This
spread.
character. Okay.
I don't know what you could possibly find.
I'll go ahead and use it, Jay, and you can just put
Yep.
something in there if you want.
Okay. Give me that. Give me that 1d6.
I really love your archetype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
burn.
that's
Toss me
cool.
1d6 for this. Okay.
Yeah, 14.
That's a
I'm
lucky
gonna-
number.
Actually,
Oh.
I'm gonna use my catchphrase.
Oh. Maximize.
Yeah, I'm gonna maximize all our dice. So, instead you roll... What is it? 24? 29?
29. Okay.
My
Remember that you did that.
My catchphrase is love conquers all.
You point back, you say love conquers all. Okay. Remember, Joachim is now marked. You've got to you gotta pay
Yeah,
your dues.
I gotta
for
pay my
using your-
dues.
You gotta pay your dues for saying your cool ass catchphrase. Okay. So in this case, I'm gonna jam roll something.
And then immediately someone kicks in the door and murders us all, throwing us
Okay.
out the window.
We're gonna put a pin in this. I will give you any interesting evidence that you might find between this session and the next, and we will bring that up at
Okay.
that point.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
excellent. Okay, so you guys sweep the room, and if more or less when you're ready to exit the scene, walk over to the door, and then we'll give Johan his time.
Presley reaches out to Johan, kind of grabs him by the back of his shirt, and she hands him, or not Johan.
His name is Johan.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
you do
Johan.
grab a Johan.
I do grab a Johan, and she gives him the USB drive.
What?
Um,
Why am I getting this?
I mean, like, I wish I had messages from people that I don't get to talk to anymore, even if they're pre-recorded.
Oh.
Bono's
And she walks
smile.
out.
Bono's smile looks more legitimate than usual at that. Bono, like, after everyone else walks out, Bono goes, "Hey, wait up!" And then he stops right at the door and just looks back and, "Bye, boss," and then walks out.
Good kid. Yawn down, looks over at Deviano.
Yeah.
I hope you paid him well. Dear God.
Bono?
Yeah, like fucking. No, the other Johan. Of course, Bono.
You know, I'm not gonna correct it. Yeah, I pay all of the Diamond Dogs well. You didn't last long enough to get your first week's salary, and now you never will, I suppose.
I think it's cute that you honestly think and believe that I would believe for a second that you would pay us.
I pay my employees well. It's how you keep loyalty. You need that in this business.
There are other ways to earn loyalty, you know.
You and I have different views of the world, Johan.
You see, my way is by being a decent person, and yours is by paying people. He kind of like points the neck of the wine bottle at him.
Decent person. He starts walking. And what exactly would you call this? He gestures around.
Well, pretty soon it's gonna be your grave, isn't it? Or I guess funeral pyre would be the more fitting term.
Like the Vikings.
Yep, not gonna pull the pin in that grenade. He looks at he gestures the bottle. So you're just gonna vibe here until the end comes, huh?
Can't leave, can I?
Good point. He taps it a little bit. You know, I figured I would just save this until it's just the two of us. I think you'd appreciate it a bit more. You might have been one of the most insufferable people I ever knew. Gaudy, ostentatious, full of yourself. But, you know, when it mattered, you were there. And I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that that alone meant a lot. You might not have been somebody I could call a friend, but for what it was worth, he kind of looks at you. You were a good ally.
Looks at you and just don't squander what I've given you here. I can't help anymore. And then it goes and sits down in the chair.
Shit, you had a response for that. Son of a bitch.
To the last, Deviano Brando retains that certain sense of something.
Johan looks at the hologram. Is it going to do anything else, or is it just kind of in stationary for right now?
It just, I mean, it acknowledges that you're there, but it's not doing anything else. It's just kind of drinking from its holographic glass that never empties and looking out the window that's not actually open. Oh wait, did you open it?
Yeah, he opened it. He's gonna like
looking out the window that is just open, and he's looking out where he fell out. Actually, I just realized.
Johan looks at the wine bottles, swishes around the last bits of wine, looks out at the vast expanse of neon lights, cascading rooftops, and for a second wonders what the life of Deviano Brando is like. You can imagine, but that's more of just trying to relate where Johan came from to where he was. He wonders what the last thoughts of the man he'd never really kind of got to know proper ran through his mind. He looks at the wine, tips it over, and pours out the remaining contents, watching as it kind of just, the wine turns into a stream, into droplets, and then fades into nothing. And then, looking over his shoulder, just kind of drops the wine bottle out the window. Waits for it.
Is a crime.
Beat. Shatter.
Oh, you wouldn't hear a shatter in this city.
Walks over to the armchair. That one's for you, buddy. Taps it.
It smirks. It just says, littering is a crime.
Oh, I know. But for you, I make an exception. He taps it. Rest well, Deviano. He's gonna make his way over to the
It just smirks out
to
the
the
window.
elevator. Hops in.
And
That was a lot to process. But
Somebody's gonna be really pissed about that wine bottle.
Yeah.
And with that, you all exit as a gentle curtain of flame descends over the apartment, leaving the holographic remains of Deviano Brando caught up in the blaze. Elsewhere in the city.
As
Oh,
the
yeah,
fire burns, the hologram just smiles and looks out the window.
He disappears, one light amidst many.
the man who sold the world.
Over here, Ian's walking home. Back to a safe place. And she sort of rounds the corner and somebody stops her. Two figures, actually, wandering around the city this late at night. Hey, Jenko sort of takes a step forward and she immediately takes a step backwards. Oh, sorry, and then another figure sort of makes her way past Jenko. Yin, we should really talk. The eyes light up from beneath the hood. Somewhere else in the city. Chuckle, you finally find your way towards this, where the Smoky Man lives.
Oh.
It's, not what you expected. No, it's the...
He's an interrogation room.
Yeah, it's the furthest thing from what you expected. It's this rundown little police station. There doesn't seem to be anyone here, but the door was open, and your contact insisted that he'd be here. It's really funny. You come inside.
I can't see anything.
Of course. Like,
There we go.
you come inside, and I want to register something. There's
Mhm.
something shifting around the room.
Oh. It's just
That's-
like it is the card I play on other people.
Yeah. So this is the spot, huh?
Yep, seems like it. If what he said's to be believed, he doesn't seem like a liar. He looks at the motherfucker light that is there to shine down upon motherfuckers.
Yeah, you look at the motherfucker light that's still lit up. Oh, this place is kind of dirty, though. And then you hear a click. Hey, what are you guys doing in there? I don't think we were calling in any other suspects.
Chuckle looks up. I'm guessing this is coming from an intercom of some sort.
Yeah, basically there was a slight intercom and a hiss as this happened.
Hi! No, don't worry, I'm not a suspect. I'm just here to, actually, I'm looking for someone. You think you can help me?
You hear another click, and hold on, I'll be right in. Thump, 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 thump. Somebody moves around.
As this guy moves around, Chuckle fills a cup full of water from this handy dandy water jug. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Stay
you,
hydrated, Johan.
it's kind of funny. Like you hear somebody moving around the outside. Oh, I gotta find a good song for this character. Maybe this one. Yeah, no, this one's great actually. And like the door's suddenly thrown open as somebody moves into the room, and I guess he strikes a figure that you wouldn't exactly expect, especially from a police officer. Detective John Oates at your service.
I see.
He moves into the room, and his stand strikes a pose behind him. This is lost on the two people here. Danny kind of moves in like, oh, we did find someone. So you need help finding someone, huh? Like, lost a family member, maybe a pet, something like that?
No, not a family member nor a pet. I'm actually looking for a good old pal, and I think you, he points at him with the cup of water hand, are the only person here who can actually lend me a real good hand.
He
Actually-
stops. Really? Has my reputation preceded me?
Well, not necessarily. I had the feeling you were stalking me.
His expression falls for a second. Oh, right, yeah, that. Chuckle Valentine, then. He holds out his hand to, like, shake your hand. John Oates, we are acquainted, actually. A little bit, because I was keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, Chuckle goes on to shake his hand. You see, he starts drinking the water. I have a feeling that you weren't just keeping an eye on only me, right?
His expression actually falls for a second. No, of course not. I was sort of keeping an eye on, I don't know, big movers and shakers in the city.
Nice. He Chuckle strokes his chin. That's actually kind of perfect, you know? Maybe we'll be able to increase this margin from me as wanting you help me find one guy to you helping me find a few guys.
Sort of looks back. Yeah. Hold on. Come on, sit down. He motions to the lunch table. Where does Chuckle sit at the
motherfucker
lunch
light?
table?
Chuckle will take the motherfucker light.
You walk over to the lunch table. Yes, of course, a lunch table. It's a perfect place to interrogate suspects because your position at a lunch table indicates exactly what position of authority you hold. Should you sit to the left or the right, that's showing a certain amount of subservience. You can order to sit at the head or the foot, like assembling a throne, but the true position of power, that which straddles the bar, Chuckle takes.
Chuckle sits here, for he knows one thing and one thing alone. The person who sits here is the one who gets asked the most important question of all.
John Oates sits down. His stand actually sits next to him. Danny scoots around and is going to sit in the seat next to you. And he leans in. So, wanted terrorist Chuckle Valentine, who I have reason to suspect is actually doing a little more good than bad in this city. He leans in, glasses glinting. How can I help you?
Chuckle similarly leans in a little bit. He goes, well, given your expertise in keeping track of me and my friends, I think that you can help me in particular find who I'm looking for. And as of right now, I'm looking for the most silent bastard I know.
Oh? Who's that? He seems genuinely excited. Like this is you're giving him something to build off of, go off of. This man's excitement is palpable. He drums his fingers up and down the table.
He, Chuckle, continues to look at him and goes, well, you're a detective. Why don't you tell me who I'm looking for?
he, man, his expression completely changes. And then, oh boy, he like, his glasses flash up for a second. Who are you looking for? If I was going to use my powers of deduction, I'd be willing to bet that it's anyone who was associated with your little cell or posse. But you wouldn't be coming to me for something like that now, would you?
Oh, what are you thinking?
He runs his hands, his hand up and down his cheek. He adjusts his glasses for a second. I was going to guess, most silent motherfucker you know.
A sub thing is, he's great to watch movies with.
He stops. He freezes. He thinks, and then leans in. You're looking for the android with the face.
Chuckle puts his hand on his chin. Bingo!
He rocks back in his seat. I actually know where I can find him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He sort of stands up and starts thinking about that. Oh man. But we're gonna need a look. I have some guesses. He stands up. Do you know about the highway that runs through this city?
Chuckle thinks, does he know about the highway that runs through the city?
No, because you're not from around here.
Yeah, fair. So
yeah.
Chuckle leans in and he goes, you know I don't. Why don't you tell me about it?
He takes a step back this way. Anything that crosses over that highway, that's our business. Because you see, this highway is the only public-owned property in the entirety of J City. So I make it my business if people cross that over to see what's going on. And he looks at you, and he knows the discussions you've had to a certain extent. My stand actually makes that extremely easy. So, here's a question from me to you.
What's
You
that?
ever want to be a detective?
Chuckle thinks about that long and hard. You know? He thinks, you know, I'm always willing to try at least something once.
Okay, from here on, you're my sidekick. He points at you with a big flash stand. He's like, oh boy, here we go, I guess.
Yeah, Chuckle, when he says that, he goes, alright, I don't mind being a sidekick, but I do gotta ask a quick question.
Yeah?
Chuckle points his thumb over to Danny. See, this guy's my sidekick right now.
Oh, you've
What
already
does that
got
make
it
him to you?
Completely unrelated. You're free to do what you want, my man. He points over to Danny, and Danny's like, oh, I guess that's cool. No chain of superiority. The fucking detective Oates stands up again. Okay, then. We gotta find someone, right?
That's right.
Finding an android. Believe it or not, I've actually wanted to hunt these down directly. So, you fine with walking?
Oh man, we've been walking all day. Trust me, I don't mind.
Great, fantastic, wonderful. Okay, well, it's a pleasure to be working with you, Chuckle Valentine. He stops and puts his hand on the door. I'll require one thing in exchange, though.
What's that, John?
He turns around again. I want to know what's been happening with you. Like, my eyes can't exactly reach everywhere. And something big happened recently. I'll share you everything I know if you share me everything you know.
He goes. He thinks a little bit. He thinks about all the various big things that this guy could be talking about. Well, what spot do you have in mind?
He scratches his chin again. That's right. I want to learn how to catch the big one.
Chuckle just starts fucking laughing. And he goes, and he leans in deeply. And this is the most serious that Danny has seen Chuckle ever. You already made your first mistake.
What?
You don't learn to catch the big one. You feel to catch the big one, John.
He takes a step backwards. I guess I still have a lot to he almost says learn. Lot to feel. Okay, a pleasure to be working with you, Chuckle Valentine. Come on, let's find you an android.
Chuckle stands up. Feelings mutual, John Oates. Walks by, have you not once noticed a thing? Looks over at Danny. You coming along, Danny?
Yeah, that went great actually. I didn't expect us to pick up a. He said he had a stand.
Oh yeah, it's probably in here right now.
Hold on, he was stalking you?
Oh yeah. I don't think I told anybody that, did I?
Well, I'm glad we've got someone so useful.
Yeah, you gotta remember to thank that barista later.
You say that, and you exit out into the night. And with that, we're going to.
Al gets no respect.
Wait a
None.
second. You know who else
None
didn't get any
whatsoever.
respect?
I know exactly who didn't get any respect. Hey Jay, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Just what in the hell is going on with Clarence?
Exactly! Thank you!
Yeah.
The one person who got no respect across this entire episode. Listen, this is an epic tale. One absolutely. Hold on, let's check in with Johan really quick. Let's just check in with Johan. Johan, you find your way back to the arcade. What a good. It'd be a great place to start, you know? Looking around for your old friends. It's maybe Rain's back here. Like, you're out here to gather allies, but like, yeah, arcade's good, right?
Johan looks at the door, looks at the entrance. How is the place looking, by the way?
Kind of run down.
Has anyone broken into it yet?
Looks a bit shit. Yeah, probably.
No.
The door's sort of hanging on its hinges.
It's fine. He's gonna kind of like prop open the door a little bit.
Yeah,
Peer inside, just behind cover.
It's dark. Like, it's dark. You don't really sense any hostility from indoors. It's probably safe. It feels so abandoned here.
Yeah, Johan steals himself for whatever he's about to find in there, and walks on through.
Okay. This is the part where the story actually changes and intersects. This is the story of a tree whose malice ran pitch black, whose sap became ichor, the very ichor of hatred that distributed itself out to the city. Its plan was to spread, to take over others, to crush J City beneath its grasp, to take one back for the trees. But right now it's confused. It's growing smaller and more distant. That hatred is being taken away. And you, Johan, you look in and you see it. You see it all at once. This extension of foliage, an epic battle fought entirely off screen as a tree is crushed down to nothing before your very eyes.
Where are the pears?
And you look across the room. Where are the pears? What's happening? Hold on! Spreading across the room, one after the other, barnacle after barnacle. What's happening here? Could that be? And then you see it, Johan. You see something wheel around on top of it, and with a slight jingle, you see him. Your son. And with that, we're done.
That's the power of Turbo Killer, baby. Hell yeah, I remember the stand of the fucking barnacle. Damn
You
right I
sure do.
Oh man!
Yeah, there you go. There's your Clarence session.
Yeah!
Man, this. Sorry if I like
man.
hogged the screen time way too much in the session,
Man.
but I had a lot of fun. Fucking
I was ready to cry, but here I am getting to laugh.
Yeah.
That was that was fucking wonderful.
Holy shit.
Good fucking work, team. Good job, everyone. Good work with the session. I wanna shout out everybody. Good job, players, driving forward the plot and getting to juicy stuff, getting everybody on the same page, figuring shit out. This is a lot of really good forward momentum, and this was very much an establishment episode of Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Where are
really
we
happy
going?
we got a time limit.
Yeah.
Where are we going? What are we doing? We've got a time limit. Here's our next steps. It was getting everybody on the same page and everything set up. So now we're ready for the rest of the season. So thank you everyone for doing this. We're good. I'm glad to be doing this. Great fucking work,
Fuck yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ganon,
Hmm?
you're amazing.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah, you're fucking great, dude.
What is that about? What?
The amount of fucking planning you have backstage.
Oh, I had to share. I had to share some of it. Like it's like, oh well, it's not gonna matter.
Chat. Look at me in the eyes. Look at me only in the eyes. Ganon had this shit planned from season fucking 1.
Yeah.
Not all of it. Some plans have been developed from play, but yeah, a lot of stuff has been around for a while. I'm just glad that I got to peel back that curtain for a second there and be like, yeah, remember all that time ago when I said that, like, when my fucking dog showed up at my apartment? Yeah, Deviano planned it exactly that way. That's exactly what he wanted. Haha! And I could just do that the whole time. That was fun. I'm glad I got to do that.
Beautifully done, dude. I'm really happy I got to detective this session.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
glad
full-on
that Al.
detective bullshit.
I'm glad Al made it to Deviano's apartment, so I could go. Who the hell are you?
I work for your dad.
Excellent work, everyone. We got fan art.
Yeah, we
boy.
got fan art. I'm already
Yes.
streaming. I also want to say I'm really glad I was able to show off my new character type.
Yeah, that was so good. I love it so much.
Anyways, let me see if this works. Fan art. It's not working. Okay. I'll just
It's working for us.
give me a moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just gonna do this. All right, there you go. So, I'm gonna swap the screen really quick. Just make sure it's on the right one.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
I can see it.
Go ahead.
Bueno.
Fantastic.
That's done by Lester 2020.
Bienvenidos a season 4 de Carbon Interface.
Nice.
Oh, okay, God, I saw the top of that thing and I'm like, why is Oscar the Grouch?
So,
why is
so-
Oscar the Grouch in our,
I'm so
yeah,
glad that
fan
the
art.
angry tree is getting fan art. So, some context for the Clarence session is I wanted an equally like sentient / sapient creature for Clarence to go face to face with. So Clarence fights a tree. There's no story to be told there, so we didn't see it. That's it. That's the session.
Alright.
Clarence, sorry.
Again, that is by Lester 2020, and the Angry Table.
photo here?
Fate has been shattered. It has now.
He's been
I
killed
like-
by a barnacle.
I like
Yeah.
that the tree found its way to the arcade specifically to fight Clarence. That's
Mhm.
a good.
It's the aura, dude.
It's
They were
fantastic.
For
both so
another
powerful.
time that we'll never see.
Another one by Lester 2020.
Bing Bungus.
Humongous.
Big mongus.
Big mungus.
Big mongus. Listen, kid, I don't want you to get hurt.
Fuck you, you're gonna get hurt, old man!
That's by Wandering Mask.
Oh, man.
He would be so proud.
Yang would be absolutely Yang would be so proud. It's amazing.
Make him really small.
Bono, 5 feet away, having a crisis.
Mhm.
Oh, poor Bono.
More mask art. Fantastic. Another mask art. Pink! As he's sipping his drink.
Oh, hey, it's my box of rocks.
Done by Wandering Mask.
And whoever the hell this is,
I worked for your dad.
You did?
I don't have a response program for that.
We're going to space!
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 Fucking moon drawn in there.
Yeah. Let's do 2020 for
First
this.
thing I see.
I want to register my hardest laugh of the night was when I was on mute, and I was really glad I was, which was the, whoa, we're just gonna get on a bus and drive to the moon. That was uproar. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Masterfully done.
Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the question for this group to steal someone else's name. Oh god,
You
he's
want
so
to get punched. That's
so
Yeah!
fucking mad. I
That
keep
fucking
flip-flopping
line.
between, man, I really love Bono. I want to communicate that through Johan. And man, I really love ripping on Bono. I want
Oh.
to communicate that through Johan.
More mask art?
The AI would go to the safest place.
The moon.
The satellite, you idiot! We've been over this!
The moon is a satellite.
Oh.
Divino Brando Brandy!
Oh.
Oh,
Rip in
6
peace,
question
Deviano.
mark.
Done by
Less
Lester
than
2020.
pepperonis.
Yes.
Let's see, is there more? Gonna refresh a couple times. Seems like there's it.
That's probably canon too. The fact that he would have his face engraved on the bottle, unlike all the other bottles. So that's it. That's the bottle.
Acid
right there. We're
etched.
seeing it.
Acid etched.
Yeah.
Oh man, this
shit.
gate just has a big shrug emoji on the front of it.
Man.
All
Oh,
right.
man, the story is now overflowing with detective. There can only be one. The battle royale. Go.
Oh, okay. Well, with that, we should call it a night.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.